Greetings and salutations.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
You're excited. Feel these nipples.
That boy is good. Good and terrible.
Well, I have a microphone, and you don't.
So you will listen to every damn word I have to say!
This is the Mike Rutherford Show on the Big X.
Sportos, motorheads, geek bloods, wastoids, dweebies, they all adore him. They think he's a righteous dude.
The Mike Rutherford Show, presented by United Mechanical, your trusted partner for commercial and industrial HVAC, electrical, plumbing, and refrigeration. Call United Mechanical at 502-339-1133.
Well, I'll stand up next to a mountain, and I'll chop it down to the edge of my head.
All right. Welcome in, everybody. It is Wednesday, June 10th. This is the Mike Rutherford Show, presented by United Mechanical and Nexus Plus. We're coming to you live from the world-famous University of Louisville College of Business Studios here in the heart of balmy Louisville, Kentucky. Cards fans, you can take accounting to a whole new level with U of L's Masters in Accounting and Analytics. In-depth data analytics courses allow you to achieve a new mastery of accounting in this AACSB accredited program. 11-month competitive internship opportunities and full access to the Becker CPA exam review. Prepare to graduate career ready in only 12 months. Visit business.louisville.edu today to learn more. We're on the air today from 2:32 until 5:30 here on 1450 AM, 96.1 FM, streaming across the land, including on the Big X Sports Radio Louisville YouTube channel. We're airing live on WBNA Channel 21. You know us better as the Big X. It's Mike Rutherford with you on a Wednesday edition of the show. We got Trevor Kelsey in the house. We got intern Ian in the house. We're ready to talk some sports and non-sports things for the next 3 hours. I usually say like lots to get to today. We don't have lots to get to today. We've got reaction from the Stanley Cup Finals. We've got some football recruiting stuff floating around. We've got I think it's time to start talking about the Card Chronicle Least Cool Person Tournament of the Year and the candidates for inclusion there, which is always a fun summer conversation. But for the most part, we are in the dry season. This is where the desert kicks in. This is where it's like, basketball roster set. We're just kind of like looking for crumbs that the U of L people can give us, looking for a practice video here and there. Football roster is set. We're recruiting well on the 27 front, but there's only so much you can get out of that. Practice hasn't started yet. So it's just kind of, this is the 4 or 5 week period where things are just a little bit dormant, and that's okay. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun with you guys on the Gameday Mens Health text line. 502-414-1450 is the number there. Trevor Kelsey always makes things fun during the summertime. At least that's what I hear. TK in the house, producing the hell out of the show behind the wall to my left. Trevor Kelsey, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing good. I'm doing excellent. Enjoyed a little hockey last night. Got at least one movie in before I called it a night.
What'd you watch?
A movie called Wonderland.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
No.
Yeah, well, I'll give you credit. I'm not going to put it on the list. It's not list worthy, but it's a decent movie based on the Wonderland murders of the early '80s, where that is most famous for two things: one, the extreme of the murder, and two, one of the people linked to it was John Holmes.
Oh,
who I know. I'm assuming you know John Holmes.
I'm familiar with John Holmes.
I'm too young to know that.
Yeah, if you don't know who John Holmes is, go watch Boogie Nights. It's pretty much based on
former
him.
porn star.
Yeah, very.
One of the first big porn stars.
Yes, and reason why Kentucky golfer changed his name to JB, I believe.
Oh, is that right?
I can't confirm that, but I'm pretty sure he probably got tired of the comparisons and jokes.
That'd be a good reason.
So it's a decent movie. Val Kilmer plays John Holmes. Lisa Kudrow plays his first wife. Katie Bosworth plays his girlfriend. It's got Ted Levine in it, I think his name, the guy that was in Monk, and the guy that put the girl in the hole in Silence of the Lambs. Told you, put
Buffalo
the lotion
Bill?
on. Yeah, I can't remember if it's Bill or Bob. I always get that and Joe Dirt mixed up.
It's Bill.
Okay. Yeah, he puts the lotion on the skin, or else it gets the hose again. He plays a cop.
Put the freaking lotion in the basket.
It's so weird to watch him in that and then go watch the show Monk, where he's a cop, or even in this movie where he's a cop.
Was she a great big fat lady? You like that?
You sound kind of like my Bobby's like cousin or something.
A little bit. Did you know that?
Fun fact! I love fun facts.
Seth Green, who voices Chris in Family Guy,
yes,
based that voice on the Buffalo Bill character.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know.
Yeah.
That's a fun fact.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. But that was pretty much my night. I watched that, played around online, put some music together for you today, and called it actually a little early evening.
What time did you fall asleep?
Around 2:30 maybe.
See, now we're getting back to normal Trevor hours.
Well, that's a lot better than like 5 or 6.
I know, but you still, like when we first started doing the show last week, you were doing 11:30 midnight sleep.
I did get,
I knew it wasn't going to last.
I got to get at least, if I get up at 10, 10:30, 11, I got to get at least like 7 hours sleep maybe.
That's fine.
8. For beauty sleep, I need like 20, but
You're all good. It'll be fine.
Thank you. What about you? What was going on in the Rutherford Castle last night?
Not a ton. Watched a little bit of the hockey game.
Yeah.
Mary was all into. She watches that Summer House show on. It's one of the Bravo shows.
Okay.
And apparently the reunion was crazy. Like it's one of those where I've got no interest. So I'm outside watching stuff. She's inside watching stuff.
I like how you've been resorted to going to the TV outside.
Oh no, I prefer the outside.
Okay,
TV.
all right.
I live for porch nights on the summer.
Gotcha. Okay, this wasn't just punishment.
No, this is I enjoy being outside. But she's like texting me. She's like, "This is crazy." Like, you can tell like she just needs someone to talk to about this. And I'm like,
a message board.
I came in for the last like 5 minutes. I'm like, yeah. I don't. They're all terrible people. Whatever. But
you can't remember the name of the show, so clearly it was
Summer
enticing.
House.
Oh, I thought you were just guessing. Okay.
No, it's Summer House. Okay. It is the show. But there's been a big scandal and all. So she was very into that. I was outside watching a little bit of the hockey game.
Drama.
I threw on a buddy of mine had brought up our old baseball highlight video. So he had sent in a clip, and I was like, I know I've got this somewhere. So I went down and found the old DVD player, which I do not have a control for. Hooked it up outside, watched the highlight video for the first time in probably 20 years, and I couldn't stop it. So if I wanted to be like, hey, there's me, I couldn't rewind it or do anything. So I just watched it full, and it's only like 10, 15 minutes long. But I enjoyed it. It was that was a night well spent, and then I watched the rest of the hockey game, and called.
But you were happy about it.
Was this a highlight reel like D1 worthy?
No. This was like back.
No.
This is 03.
03, yeah.
So this is before we had the ability to this was fancy for the time. You just could
If you had
splice
it on DVD,
highlights.
That's wild.
Yeah, it was one of our. It wasn't even. It was like one of our players' dads had put it together, which that was the best part because he is. It's my buddy Tyler Kuhn who ended up playing at West Virginia. Was actually the
West
Big
Virginia,
East.
wow.
He was the Big East all-time hit leader when he graduated. I'm not
That's
sure if he
wild.
still holds that record, but his dad would take videos all the time. And the best part is his commentary because he's not expecting anybody else to see this. So we're playing St. X at Slugger Field, and there's a hit, and we score a couple runs, and we're up big, and he's just like, wouldn't it be great if we run ruled these sons of and he says the word sons of bees right on everything. He's like yeah the whole time, and I'm just laughing at Kuhn's dad, which is wonderful. But it was a nice trip down memory lane. Got to see the one hit I had at Slugger Field, which gave me the highest batting average in the history of the stadium.
Wow,
a record that will never be broken.
That's amazing.
That was great. So that was my evening, and then I've just been kind of running around trying to.
Surprised you don't have that on your bio on Twitter.
I talk every time I go to Slugger Field. I'm just letting everybody know.
You think Fat Rutherford will put that up?
Fat Rutherford needs to put it up. Fat Rutherford would not have been able to lace that single to right field. But then besides that, it's all just dance stuff. Met up with Luke Hancock yesterday, who was kind enough to donate his signature to a bowl. Went down to the cathedral to drop off some donation items. Went to Ali Center. If you haven't donated yet, I will track you down. If I've got your phone number, and that includes everybody on the text line because I can see all your numbers, I will track you down, and I will send you messages. There are people I'm messaging today that I'm going back and looking at. I haven't sent a text since 2022, and I'm like, hey, give me money. It's for a good cause. It's for a great cause. Step up. But I'm still in first in the donations right now, but we've got 3 days left to go. It's a lot of time, and we got to finish strong because that total does not include sponsorships, ticket sales, or auction items. So I don't actually know if I'm in first at this point. So I need as much money as I can possibly get to try to take this thing home. So we're getting there. We're in the home stretch here. So we're feeling good. Intern Ian is in the house today. Back after a week. Now, did you listen to the show after you were on last week? Did you listen at all on Thursday and Friday?
No.
That's fine. Probably for the best. People had a lot of thoughts on Intern Ian's performance.
My performance.
Yeah, there was a lot of he talks too much. He's got too much. He's interjecting a lot, and I was like, I like the confidence. He's bringing confidence. Between you and Trevor, I basically don't even need to be here but people had a lot of thoughts. They were trying to give you advice, and I'm sure they'll.
Well, I'm glad to take any of the advice needed. So
That's
I'm,
good.
I'm good. I'm always taking criticism. I'm good to learn from it. So
Always have an open mind. Always be willing to change. Always be willing to evolve.
Like Ian's like our Russ Smith. Like he's just gonna go do his thing, and he's gonna be. And sometimes it's gonna be wild. Sometimes it's gonna be like, why did he say that, or what's he?
You got to take the good with the bad.
But then take the crooked with the straights.
That's what Rick Pitino said he learned sophomore year. He was like, if I try to rein him in, if I try to, then it's Russ won't be Russ, and we won't get the good. So you just got to take him making a crazy backcourt turnover every now and then in exchange for him having like a 10-0 personal flurry. True. That's who you are. True. He's Ian Diculous. That doesn't sound as good as Diculous.
That
it sounded bad.
Let's call him intern Russ.
That sounded so weird.
It sounded bad. It didn't sound good as I said it. How has the week been, intern Ian, that you've had off? How are you enjoying college summer?
It's been solid. I've been having a good time. Mostly just chilling around in my house and then going to the gym around a late night, but that's basically been it for most of the time, and then going to work at Paul's. So that's how it's mostly been.
Classic summer. That's
classic
college summer. Hanging with the boys.
Hanging with the boys.
Not what
making
my
money.
summer in college was like.
I'm gonna be heading up to Utica soon.
Well,
with
you
my
didn't go
buddies.
to college, Trevor.
Well, I did for like a semester.
You went for like 2
We
months
don't
of
count
college.
that.
I was
We don't count
longer
that,
than
Trevor.
I don't know if you get credit
Trevor,
for having
2 months don't count.
I don't know if you get credit for having college summers when you went to college for 2 months.
I was there, first of all, longer than 2 months.
Which summer would that have been? The summer before the 2 months, or the summer like 7 months after?
I did like 2 semesters there. First of all, because I took 8 total classes, 4 each time. Unfortunately, what sucks was the first 4 classes I took. 2 of them were 0 level classes, so I didn't even get credit for them.
But so like, there were requirements that you had to take.
because of I guess age, and like they found my transcripts from Wagner or something, and were like, you need 0 level math. By the way, most embarrassing thing, and that's saying a lot in my life, that I've ever been through. Like the first day they're going over addition. And I'm just, I'm like, you've got to be, I'm like, come on. Like, I know we're not like, Albert Einstein or anybody in here, like, but do we really need to be like, you have 3 frogs and you take 2 away? How many frogs do we have left?
Do they really? I mean, was it?
It was really addition.
How
yes.
much are you exaggerating?
It wasn't like the whole day, but they started like from the beginning and like worked their way up. I mean,
were the other kids in your class people who didn't speak English? Who just like were?
Sadly, it was more. It was. I think there was maybe 9 or 10 people because this was on the South Campus of Western. If Ian knows what I'm talking about, and so it was like I think it was me and like 9 other people. And most of them were like they weren't my age, but they were actually older than me because I was 24 at the time. They were probably closer into their mid-30s, like just going back to school.
Wow.
And I was kind of the young guy in the class in a way.
It does remind me of podcast Trevor, Danny, our freshman year at Dayton. Danny just like classic, like got away from his family, had too much freedom, and just didn't know how to handle it. I mean, we would drink heavily on Wednesday nights, and I'd be coming back from 9 a.m. class. He'd be walking out at 10 a.m., and he's like, yeah, I can't do this. and just like would turn back around. And little did I know he'd be skipping like a test. It wouldn't be just like a normal day of class. He'd be skipping like a full-on test. So he had to take like English 101, whatever the basic freshman English is.
Yeah.
I think the rest of us.
I took that too, by the way, 0 level English.
I don't know if it was 0 level. I think it was like 100 level.
I was 0.
But the rest of us, I think, had tested out of it. So Danny took that. He flunked it first semester. So he had to go to a class for every freshman at the University of Dayton that had flunked that same course in the first semester, which it was 5 people. Total of 5 people in the class. And we knew one of them who was like the biggest screw up on our dorm floor, who was like the guy that everybody hated, would just get way too drunk and like try to break stuff every night. But Danny at one point in a class with 5 people fell asleep in the class. Like I was like, you're not going to get, he's like, I got yelled at. They were like, sir, can you please open your eyes? I was like, how do you fall asleep in a class with 4 other people?
Was he snoring?
Probably.
But if you're sleeping, who cares, right?
Yeah,
they never care when you're sleeping.
Danny ended up leaving Dayton after freshman year because
shocking.
If he had not left, he was going to be asked to leave, I believe, which second semester late, knowing that his grades were bad, knowing that he had gotten, I believe, 2 different visitation violations, which is supposed to get you kicked out of school as well. His very mature response to that was to stop checking his mailbox. So he would just walk by it every morning in the lobby of our dorm and just be like, looks pretty full today, and just keep going. So he's like, I can't know that they've kicked me out if I don't look at the mail. And I was like, it's a very, very mature response.
Is he adopted? Because I'm sort of thinking me and him might be related in some way.
You guys have a lot of similarities.
That is something I would do as well.
A lot of similarities.
It's the ostrich effect. If I don't see it, it ain't there.
I mean, he that was the approach that he took. So
like George Costanza going, not breaking up with you. Can't find me.
It got him.
Dump me.
He ended up graduating. He went to UK. Graduated there.
Wow, okay.
I love that. Is that a joke at UK, by the way? Like the guy that couldn't get past English from freshman English at Dayton graduated from Kentucky
with honors, I believe.
That's what Kelly said about UK.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's exactly what happened. We've got a game, 5 now of the NBA Finals tonight, which I'm excited about.
Oh, yeah.
They have done a complete 180. We talked on yesterday's show about the Knicks.
I think it's game 4, by the way.
You're right. Game 4. Sorry.
You did that with the cup.
I did with the cup last night as well. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Game 4. Spurs looking to even the series. Knicks looking to take a commanding 3-1 lead. The Knicks, I've got to give them credit for something right off the bat on today's show. So we talked about them screwing with the vibes. And it's, again, nothing political. I don't care if it's a Democratic president or a Republican president, but bringing in a president and canceling all those watch parties around Madison Square Garden that have become such a big thing during their crazy winning streak and this crazy run they made in the playoffs, it screwed everything up. And I told you guys, you don't bleep with a winning streak. And everything got thrown off kilter. You had the whole, did Trump get booed? Did he not get booed? Controversy. Is he asleep up there? Why is he leaving the game? It was a distraction. So they have reversed course. And they have brought in for tonight's game 4, Trev, I think the most, if you're looking for the total opposite of Donald Trump, whether it's Donald Trump, the politician, the millionaire, the whatever, they went and found it.
Well, what is it?
They're bringing in the Wu-Tang Clan to perform tonight to reset the vibe.
That's about as opposite as Trump as you'll ever get.
I feel like this is, I now am very confident.
Well, now, is that just for the halftime? Because they did Cardi B at the last halftime, didn't they?
Well, I believe they're performing. They're performing at some point tonight.
Okay.
I don't know if it's halftime or before, but the Wu-Tang Clan is coming in and performing.
Nice.
So,
what was left of them, I guess.
I feel like the Knicks are going to win Game 4. I feel like they're taking a 3-1 lead. I feel like whoever made this call made the correct decision.
I like going Wu-Tang. I would have gone more old school, like Fab Five Freddy.
You don't know anything that exists beyond 2002.
No, but like New York roots, like Jay. Okay, then Jay-Z. Nas, yes, exactly. Yeah, I would have gone that route, man. I don't know if maybe is Wu-Tang from New York. I don't even know. I thought they were from like the South.
I have no idea where Wu-Tang is.
Who is Wu-Tang? Or am I confusing with Outkast?
They're from New York.
They are? Okay, well, I stand corrected.
Well, I also like that you don't consider them old school enough. They were active in the early 90s, and you're like, I would have gone a little bit more old school.
Oddly enough, I was never, while I have seen Wu-Tang in concert, I saw them open for Rage Against the Machine, I was never really huge into Wu-Tang. That was like my prime rap era maybe even, but I was never, like I say Wu-Tang, I just look and go, hey, it's Cheese from The Wire.
What? Oh, with Method Man?
Yeah.
I enjoyed a lot of the Wu-Tang stuff that was out there in the mid-90s. I did like Method Man when he went solo. Raekwon, same thing. I thought the album that RZA put out was very good, very underrated.
Ooh.
I'm sure he put out multiple, but the one that I came out when I was in high school, I thought was very good.
Let's play our old game, our Spotify game, and I'll give you a Spotify update here in a second too.
Okay.
Wu-Tang top Spotify song? I'm going Cream.
I was going to say Cream.
It's got to be Cream, right?
Probably the number one.
I would assume so. I mean, what would even be...
I can't even think. Cream is actually on the 2K26 soundtrack.
Is it?
Yeah, it's that soundtrack, by the way. It's very diverse.
26.
It came on right after Frank Sinatra the other day. It was so awesome.
Yeah. All right, let's look it up. I think that we're going to be right here.
I think, yeah.
Wu-Tang Clan.
I mean, if I can name
Cream is number one by a fairly wide margin.
Okay. Yeah, that will do.
Protect Your Neck is number 2.
Yeah.
But I mean, Cream plays on Spotify over 577 million. Protect Your Neck is second with 178 million.
Yeah, it's not close. Would that be like that's almost like one-hit wonder level, isn't it?
No, I mean, Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to bleep with is up there. And then remember Gravel Pit? Check out my gravel pit.
Maybe not the way you just do
unravel as we go back and forth and forth. You don't know this song?
That doesn't even sound like a rap song.
well, it's the hook, Ian.
It's the hook.
It's the hook.
I think the way you're singing it is throwing me off here.
It's making me think I'm listening to some pop song or something.
Well, it's the hook of a rap song. 125 million plays there for that one. Triumph is also way up there.
So I did promise you a Spotify update.
Okay.
I deliver. Matt who I thought was on vacation all week. It was returned today, and so as soon as I saw him in here, the first thing I did was I picked his brain. I was like, I'm getting run over the coals on Rutherford for the Spotify thing. I was like, I got too many other issues.
Run
I
over
need
the
to fix
coals?
this. Yes.
Not raked?
Well, that's not nice to say.
Raked.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. I misheard.
Raped over the coals would be way worse. Much worse.
Personally, I find any of it uncomfortable, so I don't want to do any of the three.
Run over the coals. Honestly, if you could, out of the three, I'm taking raked, honestly.
Really?
Run over the coals sounds terrible. Raped over the coals is way worse.
Yeah, I would think so.
I don't know exactly why raked over the coals became the saying, but I feel like that's the...
What is the difference between raked and run, by the way? Like, is raked being like dragged and run is like walking?
Exactly.
Okay.
Raked is you're dragging somebody.
Gotcha. So those two do, that and rape do have something in common.
Yeah.
All right, so I talked to him. He showed me how to sign. Now, there is a hiccup here.
Mm-hmm.
Hiccup is I do know how to get into it. The bad news is it is under one of Rashawn's co-host's account is apparently what we load it through.
You know how to get into it, but you don't know what to do after you get into it.
I got into it.
Which I believe is
I can't get into it because it's asking.
In other areas as well.
No, because when I went to log in, apparently it's now saying you need the 6-digit code we're texting you. And I don't have I don't even have his phone number.
Whose?
Rashawn's one of his co-hosts on Saturday.
Oh, Haven?
Yes. Okay. I didn't know if you wanted me to say his name or not, but yeah.
Well, he's literally on the commercials that we play every single day on the show. The Architect.
Yeah,
Haven
but I was
Harrington.
gone for 2 years and so was I, so what's your point? I'm on like 4 commercials even after I was gone.
Right, but not actually promoting a show that you're on.
No.
This is him talking about a show that he is on Saturday morning.
I thought that was Rashawn on the commercial maybe. I don't know. I can't remember. Regardless. So I need to get a hold of Rashawn and see if he can get a hold of Hamilton and maybe can send me the 6-digit code.
Okay.
And I tried it. So the point of the story is we are making progress, ladies and gentlemen. So just to say, slowly but surely wins the race.
I just like that you said that you knew how to get in, but you had no idea what to do once you got in.
No, I didn't. I haven't gotten in to know if I am lost beyond that point. I possibly could be.
Well, it's been a long time since you've been in.
I've never used Spotify.
Yeah.
I've always been a Apple.
You're not
user.
picking up on the double entendre here. I'm laying it on as thickly as I possibly can.
I'm picking up your sarcasm there a little bit.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
You need yourself a different map here in Iowa.
Maybe. So we will be on Spotify at some point. Now, reminder, I'm on vacation next week.
When does we get on Spotify?
So, yeah, I'm sure the first shows on Spotify are all going to be with guest hosts.
Hey, Rashawn's listening. He just sent me Ravens up. Thank you, Rashawn.
Awesome. Love Rashawn. Rashawn, speaking of, will be filling in on Tuesday and Wednesday next week. We're going to have, I believe, Dalton Pence. He's going to finalize this today. Is going to be in on Thursday, and then we'll have Jacob Lane on Friday. We're still open on Monday. Hosts, maybe you. Well, if you have interest in hosting on the show on Monday, try to get producer Keith in here. He was trying to make it work. Could not make it happen. I'm sure we'll find a fill-in.
What about our auction? Can that be one of our auctioning things? And not just co-hosting, but having your own show for the day?
I guess we could. That is, I've actually had multiple people reach out. If you missed this little tidbit, I think last week, one of the auction items for Let's Dance Louisville this weekend, and this is open to everybody. You don't have to be at the event. They've got a live auction there, but there's also an online auction with a lot of the items that have been donated. I've donated the ability to guest host this show, to co-host this show. And if you're a UK fan and you want to come in here and just spout UK nonsense for 3 hours, I can't stop you. One day this year, you can bid on that. You can win it. You can come in here and say whatever you want. If you're a Louisville fan that hates me, you can come in here and just badmouth me and talk about how great Trevor is for 3 hours. Whatever you want to do.
Trevor,
it's your show. And I've had multiple people be like, is it open yet? I want to bid on this. So it will be open on Saturday. And I believe you'll have all day to bid. And I think it ends once the dance competition ends. But that will be an auction item that's out there. I've also, like I said, we've got 2 autographed Jeff Brom footballs out there. So if you don't win one, maybe you can win the other. We're going to have an Eric Wood autographed football. We've got a Luke Hancock autographed basketball. We've got a handful of other U of L items. We've got 4 tickets behind the Bellarmine bench, which includes full locker room access before, during, and after the game. We'll have that up for auction. We got an Ali Center thing. We've got a Loose City FC thing. All sorts of good auction items for sports fans. So make sure you check that out. I'll be sure to share the link on Twitter and cardchronicle.com as well. So big weekend ahead. Big weekend ahead. We're getting to the point now where I'm just like, I'm excited to have the event, but I'm ready for it to be over and just kind of have that weight off the shoulders. Because there's that nagging fear of like, what if I go out there and just completely fall? What if this becomes a viral video? What if this becomes people who don't know who I am are seeing this video in North Dakota on Monday of this guy falling down in this dance competition and then just curling up into a ball and sobbing.
Well, it gets like on Sports Center. It goes viral completely on that level.
That would be also bad, Trev.
If you want to name anything else,
hoping to avoid that.
Yeah.
The good thing is, like, I don't, like, I think that there are people that would devastate them. If I went viral for doing something stupid, whatever. I don't take myself seriously enough to really care that much. If I screw this dance up and it doesn't go viral, but I still look stupid, whatever. We're going to go out there. We're going to try to have some fun, and we've raised a lot of money for a good cause. So that's all that matters at the end of the day. Let's take a break. When we come back, we've got a couple of updates on Louisville basketball and their transfer portal rankings. Jeff Borzell on ESPN had a good story. We're going to talk about that. The latest on the Brendan Sorsby debacle is going to go down as well. And then Europeans experiencing American culture for the first time as they're over here for the World Cup. There's been some funny stuff online that I want to get into there. We'll do all that after the break. Keep it locked right here. It's the Mike Rutherford Show, 1450 96.1 Big X Sports Radio.
Road in the heart of J-Town. Everything concealed carry. Your best shot at a great deal.
Options. When it comes to insurance, that's exactly what you deserve. I'm Chad Hennessy with InsureMax, and I've been proudly serving the Louisville area for over 25 years. As an independent agent, we work with auto owners insurance to find coverage that fits you, not the other way around. InsureMax delivers strength, service, and peace of mind through partners like Auto Owners Insurance. More choices, more options. Call me, Chad Hennessy, at 502-479-4085.
If you've been hurt in a car accident or hurt on the job, there's only one law firm to call. Call my friend Tony at the Collier Law Firm at 502-736-8141. Tony will get you paid. This guy used to work for the insurance company, so he knows the other team's playbook. Tony's a diehard Cardinal fan. His family's from Portland and Shively, and he grew up in Fern Creek. With that combination, you know this man can fight and win. In an accident or hurt on the job, call Collier Law Firm. That's Colyer Law Firm. Call today.
Since 1914, Creamer's Smoke Shop has been your one-stop smoke shop, family-owned and proudly serving Louisville. We offer the largest selection of cigars in the area, plus classic wooden pipes and premium loose and tinned pipe tobacco. Conveniently located right off 64 and 71 at 1839 Brownsboro Road, or call 502-584-3332 to check what's in stock. Creamer's Smoke Shop, your one-stop smoke shop since 1914.
Hello, I'm Todd Metter, President and founder of TCAM Financial Services. I've been blessed to serve clients in the financial services industry since 1993 and have learned it's never too little, never too late to take control of your finances and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Listen to my live call-in show on Wednesdays from 6 to 7 p.m. on WGTK 970. A Nickel and a Plan Finance show is real talk about all things money, done with a musical twist. Tune in and even join in as we talk markets, investment strategies, financial planning, risk management, how the financial services industry really works, and more. Listen to replays of A Nickel and a Plan Finance show on Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. on Big X Sports 96.1 FM and 1450 AM. For more information about the services TKM offers, online at tkmfsllc.com or 450-PLAN, that's 450-7526. TKM Financial Services, comprehensive in approach, client first, in nature.
We'll see a mix of sun and clouds this afternoon with highs near 90 degrees, but heat.
In my mind, I look for peace, but see I don't attain what I need for keeps this silly game we play. Now look at at this.
This is Trevor's idea. This is like the most modern you could get, right?
This came out just like last year, right?
2010.
Yeah, I was about to say it was like a 20.
Hey, but thank you. You yourself answered the question. You don't listen to anything past 2002. Yeah, suck it. 2010, baby. Now, granted, it was like 2020 when I found it, but that's 2010.
I just remember listening to this when I was studying for the LSAT. Like, this album was out.
Same here.
This song was popular. You were not studying for the LSAT.
I'm about to be.
I was thinking about this during the break, though. You talked about, you went to, did you finish your second semester at Western? That's a no right there. I mean, that's, if you have to think about it, then there's no chance that you actually did, right?
No.
Okay. So you've got.
I took religious studies, for God's sakes, no pun intended.
You have a handful of credit hours, though.
Yes, I also did time at JCC too. Not
so you got
knowing
even more
me. I
credit.
should word that better, Bob.
How funny would a Trevor Goes Back to College like documentary series be?
I would do like.
I feel like it would be
amazing.
wildly entertaining.
I feel like it was already done with Rodney Dangerfield, right?
But this is real. This is like you living in the dorms, like you going out.
They tried to put me in the dorms when I went to Western at 24, and I was like, "What are you trying to charges? You trying to get on me?"
Just
here?
like playing frisbee on the quad, just like frothing it up with the co-eds, trying to get into frat
I'm
parties.
gonna be called a narc so many times. There's just gonna be I'm just gonna walk by me, narc.
trying to talk wrestling with like 19-year-old girls that are walking around. Just
get away.
I feel like I'll be Stewie's. Like, what about that MTV, ladies? How about that music videos, huh?
When the Doors biopic on VH1 came out in 1997,
Hey,
I
Val
didn't go
Kilmer
outside for like 5 weeks.
Val Kilmer was in the movie The Doors.
See, you could use that.
I could bring that. Then they're gonna look at me and go, Val who?
That's what's getting you into the Sigma Chi parties. That's how it's gonna work.
Can I join a fraternity?
Of course you can join a fraternity.
Yeah, you definitely can. You can join me up in Lambda.
Ooh, Internian says you got an open invite.
I think that's
Internians.
I think that's an Animal House.
Your credit in your frat would go so far down. You're like, who brought this guy into the fold?
We would go down to like Bouse right there.
See, you're
go
going about it.
Bottom.
See, you're going about it the wrong way. I, on the other hand, would be walking around going, I'd be the coolest guy because I'm like, hey, I can buy you alcohol.
Trevor, when most of them have fake IDs,
Buddy.
they won't need the alcohol. They won't need you.
They don't need to worry about it.
Do you feel like people under 21 on college campuses don't have solid access
Am I
to
aging
alcohol?
myself again with this one?
I mean,
Little
I
bit.
feel like it was
Little bit.
the same was true back in your day.
No, it wasn't that. I mean, it was easy for me because I was 6'3" and had gray hair at 16.
Well, when you have the internet now, anything's possible to get it.
Oh,
to get
yeah.
any kind of like hands on any access of alcohol.
No more getting caught with the cake.
It's really easy to do it underage.
It was very easy to do when it was 2004 as well.
Yeah,
I
so
just
it's
picked-
even it's like probably 10 times easier than it is
I can
now than it was
imagine.
15 years ago.
I can
I
imagine.
mean, even Pickford had a cake delivered. His parents just were still there.
Great reference.
Did you get the reference?
Of course.
Okay. I have a
Blows
question
my
for you.
Okay.
This is a semi-ethical question, maybe. So Rashawn texted me the the information, which for the record I am in now, so we will have today's show up on there. Haven.
Hey.
And I just replied to Rashawn. I was like, thank you, you the man. And then he started sending me these messages. And I don't know if they were meant for me or not. Because the first one just goes in. The first one goes, "It happened again!" Exclamation point.
I mean, now I'm curious to see what he sends next.
And so the next, should I keep going or not? I don't know if okay, because I need you. You're my like politically correctness like
This
leader.
dumb mother bleeper has no idea what he's doing.
I wouldn't bring it up if it was nothing like that. So then the very next text without a response from me was, "I got attacked by birds!" Exclamation point for no reason. Smiley face. So I'm like,
as opposed to those people who get attacked by birds because they're asking for it.
Exactly. I
was taunting them.
I was throwing cans at pigeons. So I just reply, period, sorry, with a question mark. Like, I don't know, like, if you, and so I'm thinking he's going to, I'm assuming and expecting the next reply to be like, my bad, I meant to send that to somebody else. We've all done this, right?
What if he meant to send it to you?
So, okay, the text line doesn't end there. The next text, I got to make sure there's no cursing. This one goes, I was walking along and noticed a bird was flying kind of close to me, and this little mofo was dive bombing me! Exclamation point.
What kind of bird was this? Was this a blue jay?
I have not asked.
I'm sure he's going to tell.
And then he goes,
Gotta ask.
the next text, again, I'm still getting text, it was like 6 of them, LOL.
6 of them.
Yeah, so now he's getting hit by like an entire family of birds. They text again. They chased me all over and had me running around, even chased me under the gazebo. And then he's got like an angry face next to that one.
I feel like he's going into maybe more depth than he needs to because now he's trying to overcompensate.
Or he
for the
still
fact.
doesn't know he's texting me and he thinks he's texting someone else.
No idea.
Is there another Trevor that he talks to about his bird escapades?
So and then the next, then I get text, oh bleep, laughy face, 3 straight laugh faces. Next text, of course you can. So I think which is reply to me saying him listening to the show, running, away from birds, and being like, I may have texted the wrong person. Yeah, Trevor, go ahead and read these texts because they're funny. And they were funny, I thought.
Very funny.
Yeah.
Have you ever texted that? Now, that's a harmless wrong text.
Yes.
Have you ever done I texted the wrong person and it was very bad?
I don't think so, no. I wouldn't say bad. Obviously very confusing to the person I sent it to. I think I did it to you one time at one point because I have like 5 mics in my phone.
I don't remember that.
And
5 mics.
Yeah, it's a restaurant ripoff of Five Guys.
This pretentious douche sucks. I hate him so much.
That sounds terrible.
I think I told you the story about my major goof up when I was early producer days.
Well, let's say, interning in has had more. Texting's been a thing since you've been alive. Have you had this happen before?
I've had a couple mix-ups, only with my parents, though. Like, that's the only time I've really had text mix-ups.
Like, I was so hammered last night and you accidentally sent it to your dad?
No, never had that case happen to me, but no.
Don't forget the 6-pack.
Dad, you got to get the screwdrivers. Get the screwdrivers.
Yeah, something like that. It would be terrible.
I text it to my mom, and she'd be, like, furious, but no, that's never happened, though.
I've only had one. Like, I've done the thing where I've accidentally... Like, I've been meaning to send a text to my wife, and I've sent it to, like, a group chat where it's like, hold on, I'll be right home with the Kroger order or something like that. And it's the one time, though, that I got myself into a big-time pickle. There was a girl that was she was very clingy and annoying. This is like, I think maybe the summer after college.
Sounds like my kind of woman.
I mean, I vividly remember we were up at Owl Creek Pool, and she had just texted me again. And it was one of those where, like, I'm laying it on that there's no interest here. Like, I'm just not responding to your text. So she sends me a text about trying to do something that night or something silly, and I text somebody else like she's not getting the message. Like, I haven't responded to her last 7 texts. This I don't think this crazy. She's like, she's not going away. Something along those lines.
I already know what's about to happen.
And I sent it to her, and it was one of those where, like, there's no backing out. There's no being like, whoops, sorry, I was talking about somebody else. Like, it's very clearly about you and sent to you. And I just, like, because, I wanted out of the situation, but I didn't want to be
harsh.
Yeah, and this is, like, the harshest
I've done this
you could possibly do. But it got me out of the situation. Like, I don't think she even responded to that afterwards. I think I just said, like, whoops, or something like that.
Whoopsie,
afterwards. And I was just like, I'm sitting there at the pool. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like showing people that. I was like, what's the game plan here? It was one of those words like, there's no game plan. Just swallow up.
Could you not delete the text?
Not back then.
Not back then.
Not back in like 2007.
That just started recently, right?
Even when I have like made those mistakes and texted to the wrong person, I can almost immediately realize that, and I just delete the text.
Well, now you
nothing ever happens.
Right. You can unsend messages now, which makes it a lot easier.
So awesome.
So much nicer.
The other one that stands out to me, we went to. I got a free trip to New Orleans for the Final Four. It was the first one that I covered for work.
Nice.
And but I got like a trip for 2. There was this whole deal where if Louisville won through work, I wasn't just going to get the media pass. I was going to get like accommodations, and I didn't have to sit on press row. We had tickets, and I could bring a person. And at this point in my life, I'm single, so I brought Danny, podcast Trevor, and he is engaged at this point to what is now his wife. And we had a bachelor party in the Bahamas for 3 people. Like 3 days after we got back from the Final Four, they're trying to plan a wedding that is going on like 2 months later. And so, like, he is bailing for New Orleans in the Final Four for 4 days and then going straight to the Bahamas, basically. So his fiance is already pretty pissed off at him.
Probably didn't say his first ex-wife.
Yeah, I mean, she knew what she was getting into.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, we always say that. But so we went to a party with a bunch of U of L people. Him and a couple of other friends broke off. They wanted to go to the casino. I wanted to stay at the party. So I stayed there with some friends. They go to the casino. He means to text me at like 3 in the morning. because he has texted his wife at midnight, like, we're back at the hotel, going to sleep. I'll check in the morning. Love you. At 3 a.m., he means to text me, oh, my God, I'm down 500. He sends that text to his fiance. And, like, he just starts texting me with the screenshots, and he's like, bleep, 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 bleep. He's like, what do we do? What do we do? I wake up the next morning. I'm like, how did you handle this? And he goes, sorry. I had meant to text. All my friends call me Ron. He's like, I was trying to text Ron that we had gone the wrong way down Canal Street, and we were at 500, like Troy Street.
What a lame.
Did you buy it? Great. I was like,
comeback.
I was like, you should have said nothing. It would have been better than that. And I'm like, is she buying it at all? And he's like, I don't think she even cares. Like, she just responded with whatever. And was just like, at that point, he's like, we're going to get married anyway. I guess it's okay. But hilarious. OMG, down 500. I was like, you could not have made a worse text at a worse time.
Now I don't know. Now I don't even want to tell my only other story I had. What doesn't involve me sending one, but actually receiving one. From and this is like one of the few times I can somewhat name drop it like Mike does over here.
Okay.
When I first started in radio in 2008, I was with the John Renshaw show. I'm doing like you do now. And one of our weekly guests before he got big time was Jeff Goodman. And he would come on, and I would
always bring up Goodman.
Because I loved having Goodman on. He would come on my podcast I did back then. Then he got big, and he doesn't know who I am. So this is the funny part of the story, though. So one morning I got a text from him, and it was just it said, "Are you going to be wearing sneakers at the game, whatever day?" And I remember at the time I'm like, okay, he must have sent this to the wrong person, and so I sent it back to, and he's like, my bad, I meant to send that to a Wake Forest assistant. Your names are next to on my phone. And at the time I thought nothing of it. Honestly, at the time I was just like, Goodman's got my name in his phone. Yeah, I'm like bragging to my friend. I'm like, yeah, the guy that breaking the Earl Clark story. Yeah, he's got. When you think about it now, it was obviously he was trying to text Pat Kelsey, who was an assistant at Wake Forest in 2008.
Yeah,
why would your name be next to?
Because he just had Kelsey's.
Kelsey's.
Oh, okay.
That makes so much more sense.
He had his because he would call me Kelsey.
Okay,
and so it's apparently our names were both. I guess he probably had like in some kind of distinction between the two, but
that's interesting.
No, it's a story. Kelsey.
Kind of put it like how long he's had a connection with Pat Kelsey since Wake Forest, but it was just a random. I remember it was like, "Are you going to wear sneakers at the game?" I'm like, "Wow, why would I wear sneakers at the game? Why does Jeff care?"
My favorite accidental text I got. I was on the air for an old Ramsey and Rutherford show, and I don't even have this person's number. I don't know, but it was somebody clearly in basketball circles. And they texted and they were like, Tyler Lydon's going pro. Expect the announcement in 2 hours. And then immediately like, whoops, wrong person. And so I'm like, we've got some breaking news here. Like, I'm on the air, and I was like, Syracuse forward Tyler Lydon. I'm pretty sure he's going to be declaring that he's eligible for the draft coming up here to come. And sure enough, like 2 hours later, he declared that he was eligible for the draft. I don't know if Tyler Lydon ever played in the NBA.
I think he did. He got drafted, did he not?
I'm sure he did. He was viewed as a first round.
I think he was a second rounder pick.
First round pick, 24th overall pick by the Jazz.
All right.
Played 2 seasons for the Nuggets. 26 total appearances.
Oh, he was involved in the Mitchell trade.
Oh, this guy.
He averaged 0.9 points per game.
It was him and Trey Lyles for Mitchell. That was, I think, the Mitchell trade.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. He was selected as part of the deal for Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
That wouldn't have happened if I hadn't broken that news. Let's talk. We have a couple of stories that are out there today. Just across the wire here, the University of Louisville baseball program has now added a new pair of All-Americans to its list. These faces will go on that outfield wall. I don't think we have room on the outfield wall for any more All-Americans.
Starting to look like Major League 2
We
outfield.
can like, remove one who didn't do good.
I mean, I don't know if you can do that. It was a cool thing at first because we had so few All-Americans. You had like 4 guys out there. Now we've got like 15.
Can we make them smaller in some way maybe to squeeze in more room?
They're going to have to do something. But it's Tate Davis, and no shock there, is a first-team All-American as announced by both Perfect Game and the National Collegiate Baseball Writers Association. Zion Rose is a second-team All-American, according to Perfect Game. They become the 35th and 36th Louisville players to earn All-American honors and the 32nd and 33rd during Dan McDonald's tenure. Once again, just reinforcing how McDonald has been Louisville baseball by and large since he took the job.
Not to mention, compared to our other sports, how many more All-Americans baseball is producing. No, not to shame basketball or football, though.
Yeah, I mean,
it's impressive, really. I mean,
we have been, as far as pro production, baseball over the last 10 years has been better than basketball and football. And we've had some success with football, but you look at the baseball, not just draftees, but guys that have gone on to the league and produced. I mean, hell, like the two best catchers for the Dodgers are both the Cardinals, and the Dodgers are kind of the face of baseball right now. Someone sent me a picture. They were at the game that I guess it was Pirates versus Dodgers, and it was Henry Davis. He took me a picture of Henry Davis catching with Shohei Ohtani batting the other night. I mean, Henry Davis, number 1 overall pick. We've done.
Didn't he move back to? So they moved him back to catcher because he played right field when
they moved him to the outfield when he first
right
came
field.
up because they had a catcher already in place and they wanted to get his bat into the lineup. Now he has not had.
He struggled since his rookie year.
Ton of success, and he's not playing very well right now. I think they put him on the paternity list today, but he's hitting like 140 or something, which is not.
Yeah, he came in hot and then he's kind of faded.
He has become sort of an all or nothing hitter. It feels like he either hits a home run or he's not.
That's kind of like how Joe Adele was before when he first got up.
Yeah, I mean, but Henry Davis, when you're a number 1 overall pick and now you're 26 years old, you're expected to be kind of getting in that prime of your career, and it just has not happened for him yet. But we've had a number of guys that have produced at a very high level. And, look, Joe Adele never played here, but he was a U of L signee.
He's a Ballard kid. It counts.
He was set to play. Well, I mean, he also signed with Louisville. If he had played college baseball, he would have played for us. We had a handful of other guys that signed with us and then got drafted too high to pass up the opportunity.
Jared Kesnick is his name?
Kalenic.
I can't remember. He's a really good defensive player.
Yep. It had a great run for a while and then kind of tapered off a little bit. But we've had Louisville baseball has produced at a very, very high level. Now we're kind of hoping that that's what happens with Kentucky. Have you seen the story about Matt Ponatowski, the 5-star quarterback that they brought in, who did not report to spring camp, I guess, at UK, because he's waiting to see where he gets drafted in the MLB draft, and is saying, which I think he's been pretty consistent on, his main goal right now is being a professional baseball player. He basically is like, if I don't get drafted high enough, I could still play football, but right now, option 1 for me is getting drafted high enough and starting my pro baseball career. So this guy who's been pegged as the future of UK football may never play football for UK.
Can you do a Chris Winkie?
We could, but he might be the future in like 7 years, I guess.
Yeah.
He's like,
what was the other one? Drew Henson that did the same thing.
There were several of them over the years.
Who was a Cleveland quarterback that got drafted? He was 28 when he got drafted. Whedon.
Oh, that was Brandon
Whedon.
Yeah,
Brandon Whedon. I mean, there was a story like a week ago about a guy who's 28 and he's played pro baseball for a while, and now he's coming back to play wide receiver. He put himself in the portal.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
And I can't remember where he ended up signing, but everybody's sort of like, this seems sort of
Texas
weird.
Tech.
Probably Texas Tech.
Yeah, I can see that.
Sounds like something they would do.
Jordan Adams. Jordan Adams is his name.
That name sounds familiar.
Is he
a basketball player for UConn?
Yeah, most of the time when this happens, it's a player who kind of toiled in the minor leagues for a handful of years and then realized that he wasn't going to be a Major League Baseball player and comes back. Jordan Adams played multiple seasons in the MLB. He is from North Carolina. He's 26 years old. He was a 5-star recruit coming out of high school as a wide receiver. He's playing at SMU now. So
we were close when we said Texas Tech at least.
We'll see him. I mean, he played for the Angels and the Orioles in 3 seasons between 2023 and 2025. Which I guess this is still there are no rules anymore. Of course,
no, there's no rules. You can do whatever you want.
You can come in whenever.
It's Thunderdome in here.
It is the absolute Thunderdome. A couple other things to get to. There is we're getting to the portion of the early part of the summer where people are doing their college football conference power rankings and college football previews. We got one of the heavy hitters in college football coverage today, Andy Staples, over there at On3, doing his ACC power rankings for this upcoming season. No surprise, he's got Miami at 1.
Obviously.
He does not have Louisville at 2. He does not have Louisville at 3. He's got Louisville at 4.
Who did he put in front of who's the other 2 in front of him?
Would you care to venture guesses? Either one of you.
Texas
is not in the ACC.
I'm sorry.
What are you talking about, Trevor?
To be fair, I was looking at the Spotify thing when you both. I was doing 2 things at once.
Let me think here for a second. Clemson.
Clemson is not, actually.
No.
Clemson is number 5.
SMU.
SMU is number 2.
Oh, gosh. I don't know if they're as good as
I have huge issues with number 3. Number 3, he goes with the reigning conference runner-ups, the Virginia Cavaliers.
Virginia.
Our football rival.
Virginia played good, but I don't know how it's like what, lightning in the bottle or something like that.
They should have been beaten, it felt like 5 or 6 times last year, including by us when we outgamed them by 275 yards or whatever it was.
Game.
So he's got SMU at number 2, who we will face early in the season. I think is that our first conference game? I believe it's. I believe we go Ole Miss, Nova on like 3 days rest, and then we're at SMU, if I'm remembering correct, or we're not at SMU, but we're playing them at home. We go Ole Miss September 6th, Nova September 11th, and then SMU September 19th. That'll be a 3:30 kickoff at L&N Stadium, and that's a big deal. I mean,
that's gonna be a big game.
We've gone into October the last 2 seasons relatively unbattle tested. This won't be the case this season. You've got Ole Miss. Nova should be the easiest opponent on your schedule, but you got the added intrigue of playing that game 5 days after you're playing probably the best team on your schedule out of state. That makes that game a little bit challenging. And then you get SMU 8 days after that, who may be the best conference team you play all season long. And then the only other game in September will be a home game against Wake Forest. So, that's a huge deal. I get why SMU has a ton of hype. Rhett Lashley is saying publicly that he thinks this is the most talented team that he's had, and that includes the team that went to the playoff a couple of years ago. Kevin Jennings, even though he had a bad season last year, based on his preseason hype, is back for one last ride, knows the offense. He has given us fits each of the last 2 years. So I'm okay with SMU at 2. Virginia at 3. 1, they don't even know who their quarterback's going to be. They brought in the guy from Missouri, Bo Pribula, and Eli Holstein, who kind of sucked at Pitt. They're competing for the starter job. I don't know if either one of them are that good. They've got Monroe Mills on their offensive line, who used to play here. That's kind of the strength of their team. They want to be beefy and brawny and control the ball and do all that stuff and play kind of hard-nosed, tough football and win with defense. They've also got Cam Robinson, who was here at one point, who's coming back after tearing his ACL. There's not enough there. They had no running game last year. They had no great specialty players. The quarterback play was iffy. They won narrow games by taking advantage of an inordinate amount of mistakes by their adversaries. You can't bank on having that much luck 2 years in a row. I don't see this as the third best team in the ACC.
Absolutely not.
There goes our popularity in Charlottesville.
We were never popular to begin with down there. We were never.
Charlottesville.
Now, we don't play Virginia this year, so we won't have an opportunity to prove it, but I don't think they're the third best team. Now, Staples has us at number 4, and here's what he has to say. A November swoon against Cal, Clemson, and SMU knocked the Cardinals out of ACC title contention, but Jeff Brom is back with a new contract, thanks to serious interest from other programs, and a new quarterback. Tailback Isaac Brown is one of the nation's most explosive playmakers, and edge Clev Lubin led the team with 8.5 sacks last season. Whether Louisville can compete for an ACC title will depend on how well a large portal class gels. Brom and company have had a good eye in the portal historically. They're relying on it this year to revamp their offensive line and secondary. That's fair. I've got no big issues there. I just think you're not giving nearly enough credit to how special our special players are. Like Clev Lubin led Louisville. He also led the ACC with 8.5 sacks last year and was in the top 10, and I think was number 1 in pressures. Isaac Brown, when he's healthy, I think is the best offensive player in college football outside of Jeremiah Smith. We've also got Kejuan Brown back. We brought in a former 5-star running back to also bolster that backfield. We've got talent at the wide receiver position. We went all in at the tight end spot. We got one of the best defensive linemen in the portal in Tyler Thompson. All of our linebackers pretty much are back from last season, including 2 guys that were heavily pursued by other programs who wanted them to enter the portal. And then, we had to invest in the secondary because we lost some guys. But Tayon Holloway was very good for us last year. He's back. And the guys we brought in were high-profile players from the portal. I think Cohen Entrier is going to be one of the best safeties in the ACC. You can't just gloss over who we've brought in and who we brought back and say, of course gelling matters. Every program in college football is in that boat, though. Whatever. Number 4.
I mean, if anything, I love getting underrated because nothing brings us more pleasure than giving journalists a bleep burger to eat.
Yeah, I mean, I can't get overly upset about that. Now, the other things that I want to, and we only have a couple minutes to talk about this, but Jeff Borzello and Myron Metcalf have a good story up on ESPN.com today breaking down the winners and losers from the offseason transfer portal. And there are a couple of times here where Louisville and Kentucky go head-to-head. They both give their own individual selections for a handful of topics. The first topic is the single best player edition. Borzello says it's Milan Machilovic for Kentucky. Metcalf says it's Flory Badunga for Louisville. He says Badunga won't score like some of his portal peers will, but he was arguably the most impactful player available. The nation's top defensive player, Badunga was a stabilizing force for a Kansas team that weathered the turbulence of Darren Peterson's availability to finish ninth in adjusted defensive efficiency while holding Big 12 opponents to a 45% rate on shots inside the arc. Badunga's presence automatically turns Louisville into a defensive force in the paint where the Cardinals were vulnerable last season. They allowed shots around the rim to fall at a 73.3% clip in their second-round tournament loss to Michigan State. In their final 15 games of the season, the Cards ranked 267th overall on defense inside the arc. And then when they go to best class, Metcalf again picks Louisville. He says the class is stacked with the most promising talent in the portal. Borzello goes with Tennessee. Whatever.
Who cares with Tennessee?
And then real quickly, the rest of their categories, which don't involve Louisville. They have that national title contender that improved its chances the most. Borzello says Duke, who got John Blackwell, who we wanted. Metcalf says St. John's, who got Tonde Yesufu and Donnie Freeman, among others. And then the team that went from below to above 500 with its portal class, Metcalf says Providence, and Borzello says Richard Pitino and Xavier. Team that hurt itself by not doing enough, Borzello says Wake, Metcalf says Kansas. We got your guy.
I was going to say that we took his guy. I can see where he got hurt.
Maybe you should have tried to fight him to keep him. Just saying. All right, we got to go to break. When we come back, it's your hour. Hit us up on the Game Day Men's Health text line, 502-414-1450. We'll also check in with the YouTube chat. It's the Mike Rutherford Show, presented by United Mechanical, 1450-96.1, Big X Sports Radio.
The longest owner seems to free his mind at night. He's all alone through the day and night. The lonely loner seems to free his mind at night.
Hey there, New Albany. This is Mayor Jeff Gahan. It's another year here in our River City, and what better
trying too hard when really it's closer than it is.
Classic 2003 music here.
American Pie 2, I believe.
And I'm trying to keep all the blood in my head instead of going under. Well, Sum 41.
Yeah. I think,
Wednesday.
isn't it the guy that dated Avril Lavigne?
Yes. I think they actually got married.
Okay. This is what we call pop grunge right here.
That's before that.
Pop grunge.
I think it was more like mall punk. Was what?
Was that what they called it?
They said it
Okay.
back in the day. I think we talked about this when you were on the show before. There was a big internet conspiracy theory that Avril Lavigne actually died.
We did. We
in like
broke this down,
2006,
yeah.
and she's been replaced by a lookalike.
It turned out it was just her career.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't do much anymore.
No.
But they were married. I think they've gotten divorced. But Sum 41, very popular for a very brief moment in time.
They had two
in
songs.
the mid-2000s.
Well, this was on American Pie 2, I think. And then they had another song. I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, that was this one. I was gonna use that one, but I went with this one instead.
What was that? What Fat Lip was the name of that song?
Yep.
Yeah.
That was on like the Madden soundtrack, if I remember right.
I think that actually, back when I played video games, was correct.
Back in the day.
That was a thing. 502-414-1450 is the Game Day Men's Health text line. Before we get to you guys, let's check in with our YouTube chat. Just a few comments over there today.
YouTube.
A2 Atlanta says, are you going to watch Pat McAfee's alternate broadcast of the NBA Finals tonight? Did not know that was the thing.
I did not know it was. I was watching the broadcast of Inside the NBA on ESPN for Game 3. And then when it ended, I didn't know to change the channel to ABC, and I caught the beginning of McAfee and Kendrick Perkins doing their alternate cast. I would rather just put my head in the oven and turn it on.
I can't.
I hate I honestly do. I just really hate McAfee. I don't.
I like
can't
McAfee.
stand it.
I understand.
He's annoying to me.
I understand the appeal.
Yeah, I do.
He's not for me, but I do understand the appeal. But I don't need to watch him in a setting like this.
And I don't need to hear Kendrick Perkins because he's about as useless as an ashtray on a motorcycle.
Like I understand why McAfee why they brought him into College Game Day. You need that guy who kind of does crazy stuff. Like, even if he annoys me, I understand his appeal there.
I agree.
If it's an NBA Finals situation, if I'm doing the alternative broadcast, I like a combination of entertainment and information. Like I love when they have the coaches on during the CFP because they're all like calling out what the play is going to be and talking about why it's going to work or why it's not going to work, and I think that's really interesting.
You get the right coach, especially.
Like McAfee's just gonna be like, oh my god, like oh it's a big dunk. Like I don't need that when I'm watching a game.
You sound like Quagmire for some reason. That's why. Like his arms just wailing in the air.
Like that's kind of. I mean, I think there are a lot of similarities between Pat McAfee and Glenn Quagmire. So I will not be watching.
Now as a Louisville fan, are you like me that there is still the West Virginia 2006 kind of?
No.
I mean, it doesn't because it annoys me. He always claims to be an all-decade punter, and he never was. It also gets on my nerves.
Yeah, I think he missed a field goal in that game.
Did he really?
Pretty sure. Nate says in 3 years, McAfee will also be hosting Jeopardy, doing 60-minute segments with Joe Rogan, and fumbling the final furlong, calling the Kentucky Derby. There's no escape. It does feel like there are going to be four voices that just are the only voices that have any say in anything in national media coming up in like 6 years.
Until he runs for president against Stephen A. Smith.
Probably going to win. Probably.
Who knows?
Him or Jake Paul. Paul brothers running together versus a McAfee A. Smith ticket. 82 LA says, how did Danny fail freshman English? That's like the easiest college course you can take.
First of all, lay off Danny on that one, okay?
He didn't. So there was. I
did pass 0 level.
I don't know if it was this course or if it was a different one, but he had multiple other friends of ours in the same class that can back this up. It was one of those. This was, again, early technology. We all had to buy computers my freshman year at Dayton. Yeah. They gave us tangent computers. But, taking the idea of taking tests or exams on computers was still really novel at that point. Okay. So they had a test that was on a computer. You had to, load this software up, and then you took the test. Danny couldn't get the software to work. He couldn't get, logged in to take the test. And, he just kept, looking around. And instead of asking for someone's help, I think that the professor came over and tried to help at one point. He was like, I think you're all good to go. And then he still wasn't good to go. Instead of asking again, he just got up and walked out and took a 0 on the test. That's how Danny could fail a class like freshman English.
I mean, we are literally related.
Not a lot of effort put in. Producer Key says, yes, let's invite the former owner of the Brooklyn Nets to perform in a Knicks game. Never changed, Trevor. Jay-Z did own the Nets at one point.
I forgot. But no one remember. It's the Nets.
Exactly.
I mean, it's like, come on.
I kind of forgotten, honestly.
I mean, let's maybe forget they're even in Brooklyn. They were New Jersey for so long. I mean, come on.
82 Atlantic says Chicago White Sox did a 1980s telecast with Bob Costas as an announcer. Costas can do it.
What year did they say?
80s.
Okay. It's the 80s, though.
Yeah, again,
they did much different times.
But they did an 80s telecast the other day.
Okay.
A few weeks ago. Maybe it was last season. I remember this, where everything was, they had the graphics that they used in the 80s. They had the same music that it was kind of cool to watch.
You can do that on the 2K. It's called a retro filter, but it's very fuzzy, and I don't recommend it. Yeah,
I played the My NBA with a retro filter.
Oh,
I like playing in the 80s.
Terry says, since there isn't much going on in the world of sports outside of the NBA and NHL finals, name your favorite cheesy 90s movie. Mine is Last Action Hero. I mean, you asked this question. This could take the rest of the show. Trevor's just going to take 2 hours to talk about all of his favorites.
I'm just going to watch on the YouTube Mike getting up and just walking out the room.
I might, yeah.
And just come back with Arby's or something. He's just left
Arby's, practicing dancing.
What's around the corner? Don't mock Arby's.
Trevor at once.
Mark Arby's.
When Trevor first started the show, he had Arby's. I think it was 26 consecutive
days. And if it wasn't for my doctors, I'd still probably do it.
Did you get the meat mountain?
No, that's what they called me in high school.
You kept getting the Wagyu burger.
You should get the meat mountain Arby's.
No, I just get I was just a double roast beef.
Whole 2 pounds of meat on a bun.
I mean, I don't cheesy 90s. I couldn't. Yeah, you're right. I'd love to give that answer, but I mean, I could go on here for hours. I don't.
What
know
is
where
my favorite cheesy 90s movie?
I'm trying to think.
So I like, if we're looking at just completely dumb movies that I liked as a kid, Sudden Death with Jean-Claude Van Damme, or was that Val Kilmer?
No, that was Jean-Claude.
I think it was Van Damme.
Van Damme was.
I enjoyed that movie as a kid.
He was the fire inspector. He was like the fire chief at the Penguins game that was where the vice president was, and they were going to kidnap the vice president until he intervened. My favorite part of that is they had. My favorite part of that is the Penguins arena. They just put a retractable roof on it, even though it doesn't have a retractable roof.
Doesn't matter.
They were like, we need it for the plot.
Doesn't matter. I enjoyed Sudden Death. I mean, do we count
anything with him in it probably would count as cheesy, by the way.
I mean, there are moments in Independence Day that I feel like are very cheesy.
Yeah.
Well,
but
no,
I still love the movie.
I love Independence Day.
I mean, the whole Will Smith, welcome to Earth. Welcome to Earth. That's not. Yeah. I mean, that's
supposed to be at a barbecue.
That is very 90s.
Yeah.
But I still love the movie.
Don't celebrate till the fat lady sings.
I was on a note open.
Basically, all of Will Smith's movies like that in the 90s, there are very cheesy elements that just do not play. Like, it just be raining black people in New York today. I'm like, I mean, come on. Remember that when he falls out of the sky at the beginning of Men in Black?
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that? So I
don't remember that line. I know Men in Black.
He jumps off. He's chasing that guy down. He jumps off the bridge and lands on a double decker bus.
Oh, that's right.
He's like, it just be raining black people in New York today. I'm like, would you really say that in the middle of a chase?
Nobody would ever say that.
You couldn't get away with making it
because he did the other joke. I think was in that movie or the second one we did the joke was like it came with a black guy as a driver, but it kept getting pulled over.
Yeah,
it was the second one. Yeah.
But I feel like all of those movies that he did were very cheesy. Wild Wild West was the same.
Well, that was just horrible.
It was and not good.
No.
But I liked all of it besides Wild Wild West.
I mean, I would go almost lean towards would The Rock or Con Air fall under cheesy?
Yeah, Con Air absolutely.
I love Con Air.
I love Con Air too.
I mean, put the bunny back in the box. I mean, how can you take any movie with that line seriously?
Con Air is fantastic. The Rock is cheesy, but it's one that I feel like didn't know it was cheesy. Con Air was self-aware.
I remember I went. My friend, his mom took us out of school. Let us cut school and took us to see The Rock in theaters. Which reminds me of a tweet I put out yesterday, seeing that it was the anniversary of the release of Congo in '95.
No, Congo was a big deal.
That is horribly cheesy movie.
Terrible.
And I cut school to go see that. If I had not been for that movie, I might be a doctor today, as I said on the tweet.
It was a very big deal when it came out.
It was because it was coming off the whole Jurassic Park stuff.
Yeah,
it was Michael Crichton. And is that his name? Did I get it right?
Crichton.
What is that?
I wasn't gonna.
I was close though. You on that one, but yeah, that movie was. I mean, you go back and watch that movie I did like a couple months ago or something. Maybe it was a year. It is so just campy and cheesy. I mean, they couldn't even. They put people in really bad gorilla suits to do them. I mean,
did you before I go to the Gameday Mens Health text line while we're on this topic? There's a trailer that came across my timeline last night that I watched and am now completely enamored with. It's a movie that Brian Duffield's the director, Whalefall. It's about a scuba diver who gets swallowed by a sperm whale.
Isn't that
and only has limited time to escape? No, it's not. But the trailer is the whole thing is it just shows him going in, and then you see the him fighting to he's grabbing teeth to try to get out of the whale's stomach, and then you see him get it like digested. Like it was one of those where I don't know if I want to see this movie, but the trailer I hate watched the entire thing for 2 straight minutes.
I don't know if I could truly watch that scene.
I don't know how you can get like an hour and a half out of this movie though.
That's true. How can you? Well, the budget's gonna be very low probably because you're literally just taking one spot the entire movie mostly.
What was the movie where the guy gets eaten by the whale?
In the trailer, it's where the squid grabs
grabs
a hold of the guy.
Yeah, that's it.
From
Jonah,
the Bible.
Yeah. Oh, was that the Bible?
We're thinking the Bible, man. What are we on about?
Yeah, the Bible, cheesy 80s movies. What's the difference?
I often confuse 90s blockbuster films with stories from the Bible.
Yeah. Like, you remember, like, the
that's Charles
Crucifixion?
Heston,
Yeah, I've seen that movie in the 90s before.
Yeah.
Crazy movie.
Yeah.
Tell me Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade wasn't a documentary?
There was some religious elements.
That wasn't in...
Not in the Bible.
That wasn't in Proverbs 5:4?
Not in the New Testament. Did you say Proverbs?
Yeah, come on. I took religious studies. I know better than that.
I literally went to a Catholic school, and I don't remember my
Trevor's rubbing off on him. It happens to everybody.
Don't say that anymore.
Gameday Men's Health text line is 502-414-1450. Reminder, Gameday Men's Health, redefining men's wellness with no shortcuts, just results, testosterone, peptides, weight loss, sexual performance therapy, and more. Visit GameDayMen'sHealth.com today to find out what they can do for you. Texter says, PRTG here. TK was gone when I made a Seinfeld reference that I don't think Mike picked up on. Mike kept talking about going to the Masters. I said if at the dance competition someone jumps out of the crowd yelling Sic Semper Tyrannis, it's not me. Joe Davola is the best side character in Seinfeld, and it's not even close. The friend thing is like the Bluey episode with Bandit meeting the other dad at the playground.
You didn't pick up the...
Well, I thought it was just a John Wilkes Booth reference.
Which is what he said.
Right.
And that's Latin for?
It was something about preserving the...
You're not. Yeah, you're digging the death to tyrants.
But isn't that not right? Isn't that like a common misconception?
I thought it was. I thought that's
not
what it was.
actually means.
Or down with tyrants, maybe. Maybe it's not death. I thought it means down with tyrants.
But that's what he yelled when he jumped off the...
What Joe Davola did, which, by the way, yes, he is right. Joe Davola is a great character.
Thus always to tyrants.
Oh. Maybe it could be translated to death, maybe. Or down.
Yeah.
Same thing. It's just a fancier, 1800s version of saying it.
Tyrannical governments will inevitably be violently opposed.
We don't use enough Latin anymore. I was in a Latin club. Remember I told you that?
No, I thought you were in Spanish club.
No. I was in. Well, I might have been.
Because there's a picture of you in the yearbook.
There's a picture of me in the yearbook, which I don't think I was in, but for some reason there's a picture of me in it. I was in the Latin club my sophomore year because I barely passed Spanish. And so I wanted to take another language, and someone was like, Latin's easy, which, by the way, whoever that was to this day,
Latin is not easy.
No, far from it. But you only had to donate $5 to get in a Latin club, and you got a free T-shirt, and I just wanted the T-shirt. So
true.
So I just gave him $5, and I wore that T-shirt forever, too. I loved it. I wonder if I can still find it.
Texture says, yesterday was a glimpse into the hell that will be this summer radio season. If I have to hear about Trevor's inability to perform a sexual act even one more time, forget about gorilla poop. I will be mailing you my severed ears. Anyway, how about this fun basketball schedule idea? A round-robin Ohio Valley tournament. All P5 conferences will be representative. Some of these will already happen every year anyway. 2 home games and 2 away games each year. Louisville, Kentucky, Indiana, Cincinnati, Xavier.
I'm okay with anything that involves Louisville and Kentucky. Those schools all playing each other. I'm okay with
That's
it.
pretty nice.
Yeah, I would be good with it.
I mean, the problem is that's 8 games right there. If you toss in, you've got to be able to play. The only reason why teams can play 40 games overall is they get the waiver for multi-team events, which is why everybody plays in a multi-team event, even if you technically don't. Like, I don't think people realize the game we played against Cincinnati last year, we turned it into an MCE. I don't even remember what we called it. But it was the games against Cincinnati, NJIT, and Eastern Michigan. Technically, we're all part of the same event. If they had not been part of an event, we would have only been able to play 11 non-conference games and 38 total games. So
Kentucky's used that for years, calling it like some kind of
right. That's it's the way. Again, everybody does this in college basketball. It's why everybody can play 40 games. But if we did this, assuming we would still want to play in one of those top-tier MTEs in November, that leaves you with like 2 other non-conference games. So that would be tough. We'd have like 2 bye games and then just 11 really tough games. But I think it's a cool idea.
And per the texter, I will only include stories about how I rocked her world from now on.
Okay.
So I guess I won't be talking.
Don't do that much. What do you? In all seriousness,
the round
would it
robin?
appeal to you more playing Kentucky twice a year, getting the home and home, like Carolina, Duke, and the other big conference rivalries, and I think some other like Belmont and Lipscomb are big rivals. They play on a home and home every single year. A couple of other smaller rivalries do the same thing. Do you like that, or do you like the high stakes, one game for 365 days of bragging rights situation that we have right now?
I'm a one-game guy. Now, we meet in the tournament. It's a horse of a different color, but it hasn't helped us much. But I'm regular season, I'm one guy, one game guy.
Ian?
I would say the one game, too.
I kind of like it that way,
for how big the game is, I think the one game probably fits better than two.
Like, two just feels like more professional.
Yeah, because what if you go 1-1, then nobody's going to be able to have any bragging rights.
I mean, that's my big takeaway. I get why Carolina Duke gets the hype that it does. Like, they are, if you're talking about in terms of the games being the most consistently competitive and both teams being very nationally relevant, that there's nobody on par with them. You know, the whole Carolina Duke always delivers. It kind of always does. But if I push back against their rivalry being superior to ours, one of the things that I think we can say is, you know, you go to Cameron Indoor that first game in early February, you're Carolina, you lose a really close game, you can turn around and say, all right, we get to play them in 3 weeks. We'll get our revenge there. And then even if you're Duke and you lose that second game, you can say, oh, we might get them in the ACC tournament. We'll get them there.
It's true.
With us, you lose that game in December or last year, November, you know, like, that's it. Like, I'm going to get bleep talked by family members, friends, strangers on the internet for 12 full months. This is going to suck. Yeah. It's why I think, you know, we lose our minds for that game every single year. And a big part of it is, like, this is all or nothing. Like, we could have the better team. If we're not the better team for these 40 minutes, it's not going to matter.
And see, Duke and North Carolina don't have that kind of hatred or that kind of passion, which is why it's okay they play twice.
They don't have that type of hatred.
No. I'm not. I shouldn't maybe say that. Well, they have passion, but I mean, again, we're comparing it to our fan bases. Then I'm sorry.
Oh yeah,
you're getting
absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's also like
it's not fair.
The other thing that I would say is there's also like with Carolina and Duke. I know there are a few differences between the fan bases, but for the most part, it feels like your standard local election where it's like, yeah, they're a little bit different, but at the end of the day, you know, we're voting for one rich white guy versus the other. Like there are a lot of similarities. Louisville and Kentucky fans, especially when you get out in the state, the differences are pretty extreme. There are a lot of cultural differences, and I think that adds to the contentiousness in the rivalry. You don't have that with UNC Duke. Now, again, the games that they do play are always very good. One of them seems to always be ranked in the top 10. More times than not, they're both ranked in the top 25. Unfortunately, we have not had that with Louisville and Kentucky, and a large part of that is our fault. But if you're looking at the all-or-nothing element of it, I like that we have that, and they don't. Scootator says, we're going to talk heavily about the Frank guy from Germany experiencing the American South and Buc-ee's at 1 a.m., right? It's on my list. I talked about the show.
This was on KRC, too.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, we talked about it.
This is one of those where, Trevor, I wish you were a little bit more on the online because
I saw your tweet about it.
Oh, did you?
I mean, yeah, and I kind of know you're the Frank. I know you are because of Pete told me the story of him.
So it's not Ian. Ian, have you seen any of this?
I don't think I have.
Okay,
no.
so
otherwise I'd be lost.
Off.
Yeah. So there is and it's not just this one guy, but he's become kind of the poster child of it.
Yeah,
you've got all these, you know, people from all different parts of the world are arriving in America because the World Cup starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
I'm getting pumped, by the way.
They are experiencing American culture, and it's blowing their mind. Like there was that internet trend a few years ago where it's, you know, the European mind can't possibly comprehend, and then it's, you know, something that is uniquely American. We're seeing that play out in real time, and the guy that has captivated the entire country is this guy at Freddy LA7, who is from Germany, and they've been kind of going and touring locations and doing this road trip across the country, and like they are losing their minds when it comes to the amount of ridiculous food that we have. Like they're watching the NBA Finals at a Chili's, and they're like, "This is the greatest thing I've ever experienced in my life."
I assume he's from East Germany, right?
Yeah. it's all Germany now.
I know.
At this point. They're kayaking or they're rafting in Tennessee. And then last night they attended Argentina played Iceland in a friendly at Auburn Stadium. And it wasn't just this guy. Like, all of these people were like, this is the craziest stadium I've ever been to in my entire life. They saw like the crowd did the swag surf thing, and they were blown away by that. And then this guy, after he leaves the Auburn game, he's like, the hotels in Auburn are too pricey. So we're driving down to, I think, Montgomery, Alabama to find a hotel there. And they stumbled upon a Buc-ee's, which is what everybody has been waiting for. And the guy's just like, dude, this is a gas station. And they're like going nuts. They're ordering like sandwiches inside and going crazy. Like it is.
Freddie from Germany's been to Buc-ee's and I haven't.
I've never been to a Buc-ee's either.
I came close to going to one.
It's so worth it.
I tried to stop at one time while I was out, and I got so mad because I actually drove like 20 minutes out of my way. And I get there and I find out it's opening in a month. And they didn't put that on the side. I was so peeved.
Was this the one on Western?
I don't remember where I was.
That one was like starting to build up, I believe. Or maybe
but it is so crazy seeing people that are so used to a certain style of stadium. Like they saw Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, and they're just blown away by how it looks. And like I said, it's not just this guy. There are people that are just like, I'm at the holy, like Taco Bell is the most amazing food I've ever experienced in my life.
Yeah.
And
it is pretty good.
I think we've all been so used to logging on to whatever, Instagram, Twitter, whatever social media, and you're instantly hit over the head with, I hate this. Well, I hate that. Another war just started somewhere. These horrible things are happening all over the place. People just saying terrible things back and forth.
Yeah.
And it has been very refreshing to see people come over here and experience at least a little bit of what we used to like love about America. Like one of these guys was like, I was trying to get a ride. We wanted to get a ride somewhere downtown, and it was too late to get an Uber. And this person working at our hotel just drove us 15 minutes to go to this place. Like, I love Americans. This is great. Like it's refreshing seeing that type of thing. Like this is how it was. I feel like when we were first getting on Twitter in like 2008, 2009, fun stuff like this was all over the place. And now I feel like it's coming back.
Mike, let me ask you. So someone's in town for the World Cup. They're coming to Louisville first, and they want Mike Rutherford to show them the most American thing Louisville offers. Where are you taking them?
I did love somebody. I'm cheating here because somebody else tweeted this. They were like, "I wish we'd hosted a team just to see like a Norwegian's reaction to Frankfurt Avenue Beer Depot, like that giant ass smoker outside, putt course in the back. Like I feel like that's a great spot. That does feel like sort of uniquely Louisville. Not that it's alone.
Not that Buc-ee's is uniquely Alabama either, though. I mean,
Buc-ee's is uniquely American.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're all over the place now. But yeah, it's
like I don't like Top Golf or something. I mean,
Golf would be cool.
They don't have those.
Golf is pretty good.
Yeah, it would be something to show. I mean, you want to show something just screams America. I
think if you took them to Churchill Downs, they also would just be like,
at them.
Like, what the hell is this? Like this place is way too big. There's nobody there. Maybe go. Yeah, I was at the Ali Museum today, and that's something that we take great pride in. And Muhammad Ali is pretty well known worldwide.
I would think the Slugger Museum was a giant bat.
Giant bat would be. Yeah. You walk them down past the giant bat. You don't have that in Scandinavia.
Or
you don't see those in Algeria.
I don't believe so. I could be wrong. I don't think so. I've watched Inglourious Basterds a lot of times. I don't remember seeing a giant bat in Germany.
Throw out a giant bat. I mean, just any sports bar too. I think just like all the TVs, most places have smaller bars, and we've got a handful that are very, very large with a billion TVs out there. So I am excited I'm excited to watch the World Cup, and I'm excited to keep seeing some of these reactions. Also, seeing how cool the environment was at Auburn Stadium, it made me sort of annoyed that they're not playing these games at actual college football stadiums. I feel like that's kind of a no-brainer. Like, you should probably do that. They're huge. They don't need to only exist for college football stadiums and the occasional Taylor Swift concert.
I mean, and you can't don't give me the NFL's. I mean, most college stadiums are probably bigger than if not bigger than NFL stadiums.
I mean, Auburn Stadium is like 110,000 people.
Yeah, there's no 100,000.
There's no NFL stadium that has that many seats.
I think the largest NFL can't be more than 70, maybe 80. Is it in Dallas? I believe. I don't think they hold 100. You can Google that if you like.
Yeah, I don't know.
We gotta go break. Computer's slow over here.
They're fine. When we come back, Game Day Men's Health text line will roll on at 502-414-1450. It's the Rutherford Show, 1450-96.1, Big X Sports Radio. Someone that knows how to ride without even falling off. Gotta be compatible. I mean,
takes me to my limits.
The best part is I still remember every word of this song. And it's because I knew this at 12 years old. Like little 6th grade Mike in the back of a car being like, "You're horny, do it, ride it, my pony."
Oh, he doesn't actually have a horse.
My mom driving around in a Lincoln Town car, dropping me off at baseball practice, and I'm like, "You're horny, let's do it."
I like how you're because that's like this was like one of the first. This came out when I first got my license, and it was like this and Big Papa were like the two songs I would play on loop nonstop. I mean, if you saw me on Westport Road at the time was one lane, by the way, believe it or not. I was playing this song on the single loop cassette nonstop next to Big Papa.
Just the same song over.
Same song over and over. That
kid
Big
from
Papa.
Hardball.
That's the song.
I also love Freak Nasty to Dip. That was another one I
never liked that song.
But I did play this in honor of our intern Ian, actually.
Why?
Because my dad, he was in the same graduating class, the guy who made the
Static
beat,
Major.
Static Edge.
Oh, yeah.
My dad was in the same graduating class up in Wagner with him.
Very cool.
So yes, Static Major, Joan Osborne, Ian's dad, and Trevor all went to Wagner.
I thought you were going to say it was the same graduating class as Genuine, and I was going to have a lot of
Genuine,
questions.
just Static
We
Edge.
love Genuine on this show.
Genuine's great, though.
Static actually was one of very few people who was posthumously awarded like #1 hit because of his contribution to I think it was a T-Pain song or something.
Yeah,
Lollipop, is that who
he did? He did the Lollipop.
one?
I believe it was Lil Wayne.
It was after Lil Wayne, yes, and it was after he'd passed.
Yeah, he made several songs with Lil Wayne back in the day.
First person to get that honor, I believe, was Otis Redding.
Huh?
When he released sitting on the dock of the bay after he passed. Are you just in shock at my information?
I want to see how far you can go.
Oh well, don't tempt me.
We have according to so Dan Dockich.
Oh, really? I'm getting caught for Dan Dockich.
Not a friend of the program, but it is notable when he has a guest on that is more insane than he is.
Wow.
He apparently had Texas Tech booster Cody Campbell on his show today, and the booster was asked about Big 12 ADs and other athletic directors, administrators, etc., coming at Texas Tech because of the whole Brendan Sorsby ordeal. And here's a quote. "Of course ADs in the Big 12 are saying crazy things. And, saying they don't want to play us as well. They don't want to play us because they know he's good. And they don't want us to be as competitive. They want to have a better chance at winning the conference. So they're inherently conflicted in their opinion." I love the notion that this is all just because people don't want Texas Tech to be good and not because it's opening up a Pandora's box that is impossible to close, and because this feels like the biggest bridge too far that we've had yet when it comes to there being seemingly no rules regulating college athletics. No, we don't care about nobody has ever cared about Texas Tech athletics.
Never.
It's not like before this whole thing happened with Brendan Sorsby that everybody was like, "Oh my God, Texas Tech preseason #1. They're the team to watch out. They're the next Indiana." People were like, "Yeah, they'll be a fine team. They'll be an okay team." This has nothing to do with people being scared of Texas Tech and everything to do with the fact that the kid placed 2,900 bets over 3 years and is somehow allowed. And what did it come out a couple of days ago? We were told initially that he had made bets on Indiana football while he was at Indiana, and that he bet on his own team to feel more connected to them while he wasn't playing. It came out a few days ago. He made 2 negative wagers on his own teammates, and it was individual props because he knew the game plan. He took the under on one wide receiver's yard total for a game because he had found out that they were planning on, running the ball more. And then there was another player that he took the under total on because he had found out that the player was injured in practice, which is very much inside info and exactly what people are trying to avoid by not allowing players to gamble on college athletics while they're competing in college athletics. Again, there's
not that you need a reason not to.
No, there's just no defense of this. There's simply no defense.
Money. There's no need to do this.
Even if they weren't, you cannot do this. You cannot bet on a sport that you are an active participant in, even if it doesn't involve your teams. You really can't do it when it does involve your teams. Outrageous.
You just made me curious about Texas Tech's history. I was like, because I knew they won double-digit games last year, but I was like, I don't think had they ever done it other than the Mike Leach year.
The Mike Crabtree.
Yeah,
it's all they care about.
And for the record, that was last year was their first time since then. You want to take a guess? Since they've been playing football since 1932, how many times has Texas Tech won 10 or more games?
I'm gonna say 4.
I was gonna say 5.
Mike's close to 6.
6.
Before Mike Leach, it was 1973.
I'm not shocked.
Before that, 1953. Then we have the great team of 1938. And their first year, 1932. They went 10-2 and pretty much went downhill after that, apparently.
You probably want to get some, like, gentleman's club or something like that in 1932, like some teams would.
I love how they played in the Border Intercollegiate Athletic Association.
Do you know how many times Louisville has won 10 or more games in a season?
I'd probably say about 8. The same amount, so maybe 6.
I'd say 8.
You guys split the difference. 7.
Okay.
Is the correct answer.
I figured it'd be about close, yeah.
I mean, I'm not shocked.
So can we just bring in like known gamblers now? That's the people who want to be scared of us. We're right there with Texas Tech.
I think Teddy Bridgewater should be allowed to play for us next season.
I mean,
why not? 502-414-1450. Let's get back to the text line. See what you guys have on your mind today. It's a loose Wednesday. Not a ton going on, as you might guess. Texter says, "This is Trevor's stepdad.
Hi, Pops.
Did I hear the man who got a 14 on the ACT ask if Portugal was not in South America yesterday?"
No,
I don't think it was asking. I think it was you believing that Portugal was in South America.
Yes, I thought you were. I was under the impression you were saying it wasn't, and I was questioning it, but thinking it was.
Well, it's not.
Oh, it's not.
It's absolutely
Portugal is absolutely a European.
What am I thinking of then?
Connected to Spain.
Because I said Portugal is very close to Spain. Because you were guessing countries and you said Spain, and I said
Portugal's right there with all the really good cocaine and stuff, right? Not Brazil, but the other.
What are you talking about?
No, Portugal.
Trevor,
did you just not believe me? My whole thing was I said the country is very close to Spain, and then when I told you that it was Portugal, you were like, "Well, no, it's not," and you said, "Isn't it in South America?" And I said, "No, it's attached to Spain."
Oh, I'm thinking of Peru.
Oh my God,
it's a different country entirely.
Trevor.
Close.
You should have taken geography class in college, man. You missed.
You mean third grade?
Maybe. I don't know.
Ball Knower says we must protect Freddie the German at all costs. He's hyping up America and making us look absolutely wonderful to the rest of the world, and the Brits are pissy about it. He's a bloody wanker, isn't he? What kind of bloat likes that country?
Well, can we say that on the air?
I just did. Come see small. I mean, we say penis all the time. It's the same thing.
All right.
Come see Smallville McPeewee back home. Can get you some good beans and toast. Bleep them. USA, USA, USA.
I do love American, European slang. It's so much. It's like in road.
Oh, it's incredible.
Like Eurotrip said it best. Like they are so far ahead of us on different levels of cursing that it's not even close.
There was a video that I'd never seen before that came up yesterday where it was one of the biggest. Like he's not a sports person. Stephen Fry, who is a language expert. Incredibly intelligent person.
Coached Iowa.
No, that's Hayden.
Okay.
But he's from England, and there was a video of him. I guess he went to the Iron Bowl and experienced American college football for the first time. And like he's on the field, and he's like, it's outrageous, it's overpriced, it's over, and he's like, but it's wonderful. And he's down there, and as they're singing, the entire crowd. I think the game was at Auburn. The entire crowd is singing "God Bless America" in unison, and he starts crying. He's like, this is just, it's such a uniquely American thing, and to be able to see the pride here, like college football games are. If you've never, it's like us going to European football games.
It is a little bit.
Yeah, they're chanting the whole time. There's flares going off in the crowd. It's just a wild thing.
Gosh.
But I think it's a cool thing for everybody to experience different sports cultures.
Wait till these people get to MetLife
I wish
Stadium.
flares were allowed in the U.S. You know how crazy that'd see if you go to
the fact that they're allowed indoors is nuts. Like at basketball games, they're like going off throughout the basketball
I have
games.
seen those in Germany games and stuff like that.
I mean, anything. Like Rick Pitino talked about it. His first Panathinaikos, whoever their big rivalry in Greece is. He's like, I mean, he's like, they're separated by barriers. You've got like flares going up, fires going off in the crowd.
That's amazing.
The fights everywhere. He's like, it's insane.
I would have loved to seen that.
Yeah, I mean,
I got to go down to a European game.
Before a player told me, like when he played overseas in some places, they would even put nets up, like so because people would throw stuff from like the crowd.
Yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah,
so it wouldn't hit the court.
They've got nets everywhere.
Yeah,
it's a wild thing. Ohio guy says, I like Trevor's idea on Monday about running for public office.
Yeah.
he would be like John Fetterman, but TK's much smarter.
Probably not that much, since I don't know who Fetterman is.
You know who John Fetterman is? He's the guy who wears like sweatpants everywhere.
Well, he sounds like a good dude.
He ran as this like.
You think Obama in a tan suit made you mad? Wait till you see me show up at a press conference.
I mean, you would look a lot like John Fetterman. Like Fetterman, he wears like hoodies and sweatpants wherever he goes, and he ran initially as this like anti-authority, whatever, like bleep you Democrat in Pennsylvania, and then he got elected and he started siding with conservatives in a lot of cases. And he has now pissed off people on both sides.
No, I would run. I don't know. I just don't think I'd get elected because I'm like an OG liberal. Like I'm just like pro everything. Like just like anything that gets the left lane moving and the highway quicker, I'm good for.
You think that's why you wouldn't get elected?
Well, that and I would pull tax exempt off churches. Don't think they're gonna like me for that.
I would love to see you run and just your opponent just he's like, allow me to play this audio from July 12th. 2023, where the candidate is discussing his recent ACT test. And it's just you talking about using like a third grade calculator.
I'm going to be sitting there like, what? Well, first of all, I have my name on it, Mike.
Getting a 14.
And second, I'm going to be like, kind of like, I guess Trump, he won twice, I'm going to be like, hey, listen, what are you talking? What? Am I supposed to be insulted?
You want this guy to deal with Portuguese people when he thinks they're from Peru?
Either way, they're not American, right?
I'd vote for you.
Thank you.
Best American answer.
I mean, I got to get conservatives on my side somehow. Yeah, I think I should run for office. I can run, right? Like, there's no like restrictions. More towards Mike's question. He's the law guy.
Well, Kanye West did run for president, so
did he?
Yes, he did. 2020. He ran as an independent in 2020.
Well, we know you can run for president.
I don't want to run. I don't want to run for president. I want to start locally.
I think Kanye had like 800,000 votes.
Can be like
in the presidency,
like prompt, like something kind of like I don't have to be a congressman, but like, can I do something like locally?
So I think you're actually going to have a harder time running locally than you would running federally.
Yeah,
you're probably
there's
right
no
about that,
federal law that bans people in your situation from running for federal office.
Okay, well, I'll run for mayor.
But locally, it varies from state to state and I guess community to community. So I can't tell you if you could run for like mayor of, is it like a community? Does your neighborhood have a name?
Briarwood.
If you want to run for mayor of Briarwood, I don't know if you would be allowed
mayor of
to do
Briarwood.
that. But you could absolutely run for president of the United States.
First of all, my neighborhood does have a mayor.
Okay.
We've discussed this, I think, at one point. Maybe it was another show. I can't remember.
I think we did.
But second, I mean, yeah, I think I could get some votes. Now, the problem is I'm not going to put any money in. I don't want to put any money into it because I don't really want to I don't want people's money. I just want to, if you want to put me on a commercial, that's fine. But I just want to just show up to the debates and I'll do the car wash interviews with Fox and CNN and meet the press. I won't get up and walk out on you.
I've always said that if I had FU money, people are like, well, the question comes up a lot of times in the summer. If you had $1 billion, what would you do? I mean,
two women at once.
No, I mean, they're the standard answers that everybody has. You buy a new house, pay off bills, all that stuff. If I had just money that I could just spend on whatever, I would run attack campaign ads on people that I don't like without running for anything. Like, is there anything?
Right.
Like, I don't think I have to be running to be like.
I mean, don't people do that already though? Kinda. I mean,
going after my high school geometry teacher and just being like, I'm not going to use his name, but just being like, Terrence Jenkins says that he knows geometry well.
But his calculator doesn't even have his name on it.
It's like I passive aggressively accuse him of like pedophilia. Just like put it
that's not great for a teacher.
I don't like him.
The kids say they're great with him.
Yeah, what was he doing late night teaching geometry in quotes and just rip his. I think this guy may have actually died, but it would not stop me from running this ad. I would just take ads against if you text in something that I don't like on the text line, boom, ad on Wave 3 tomorrow morning. Next day.
Doesn't have his name, it just has his Trevor's stepdad.
Yeah. Ball knower says he knows ball. What about this typo that he made? I'll just go back and look at all of your old texts and just find whatever I can to rip you apart.
Scoot Hater says he hates Scoots, but here's a picture of him visiting Gil.
Yeah, I would absolutely do that. Although I've now played golf with Gil, and he's delightful.
Don't say my delightful.
I love Gil. Gil's fantastic.
I've met Gil too. I think he's great. Do we actually know Gil's real name, by the way?
Yes.
Okay, I don't.
The thing is, when I met him, I was like, "Do you want me to call you,
whatever?" Did you say his real name?
And he goes, "No, I'm Gil." he's like, call me Gil. Texas, I've got a fun fact for Trevor. This is our Connecticut texter.
Okay.
Sharks have been on the planet longer than trees.
Really? Is that true?
I'm taking the texter's word for it.
I mean, how would we know though? Really? I mean,
science, I guess.
Did we like a shark? You cut it open, count the rings?
I like the idea that you think that Ian or I would have a great answer for you on that.
Well, Mister, I think you got like a 30 in your ACT.
I've got like 30 years in like straight biology, so I think I got you.
And Ian's still in school when you it's still fresh in your mind.
I'm Costanza. I do a little marine biology on the side. Don't worry about it. This is one of my favorite things.
I can always tell when someone's uncomfortable at a party.
Someone asked me, I'm going to ask you guys this question.
Okay.
Do you guys think that there are more trees on the planet Earth or stars in the Milky Way galaxy?
I'm going to say stars.
Ian?
You said what again? Sorry.
Do you think there are more trees on planet Earth or stars in the Milky Way galaxy?
Stars in the Milky Way galaxy.
I would have said star. When I was asked this, I did say stars.
Okay.
There are approximately 3 trillion trees on our planet.
Somebody actually count them, by the way?
We got people talking about save the trees when we have 3 million.
Yeah, really? I agree. I'm with Ian on this one.
Can I finish one sentence?
No.
Go ahead. Sorry.
3 trillion trees on the planet. The Milky Way contains an estimated 100 to 400 billion stars. So there are far more trees on planet Earth than there are stars in our galaxy. This is when we're on a road trip and a buddy of mine busted this fact out. And usually my friends are smart. I trust them with stuff like this. I was like, no, I'm pulling out the phone. We're looking this up. And it said exactly what I said. I was like, you got to be kidding me. That's a crazy fact.
Okay. That's wild.
That topic coming up tells me what was going on that road trip, by the way. And second,
who can keep count,
that's a road. We were young.
Just think about it. Who can keep count though for 3 trillion trees?
Well, I think it was multiple people.
I don't think they do it by hand. I don't think they bust out like Google Earth and they're like zooming in on everything and be like 1, 2.
Oh, there's one. Put that on the counter.
1,600,454.
Hey, Bob, you want lunch this week? I'm trying to count the. Oh, crap.
Dang it. Also, 2,550,000.
I read it.
Also, with the stars, I mean, the galaxy goes forever. How do we know there's not more stars than we can count?
Well, this is just the Milky Way galaxy.
Do we know how big? I mean,
we know that there are. I think we know now that there are many more galaxies outside of our Milky Way galaxy.
Well,
but this is just where we have.
We could be missing another like 30 trillion stars in our galaxy that we don't even know about. So,
and I'm kind of with Ian on this. If there's that many trees, why have we been complaining about the saving?
There could be a lot of missing stars that we don't see in the galaxy.
Same. One of the more interesting things I've read in the last year was there was this story about this woman who is like one of those where her IQ is like incalculable, and so she works for I assume it's NASA. But her job, and she talks about how, like, one of her big things, you'll like this, Trev, is she makes sure that she sleeps 12 hours a day.
Okay.
Because she's like, if you want your brain to function at its highest possible capacity, like, you have to have the most possible sleep.
Great.
But her entire job is she's in charge of looking for life on other planets. Huh. And you read this, and she spends all day, like, looking at these minuscule planets, millions of light years away. And I just imagine her, like, this is one of the smartest people, apparently, on the planet. And her whole job is just being like, nope. And then just like moving on and being like, maybe.
It's got to be a waste.
That's a meteor. Yeah,
what do you do?
I think it's a star.
12 hours a day, I look for nothing that exists, and the other 12, I sleep.
They pay her.
That sounds like the best
They
job
pay her
of all
handsomely. If you can find it, I don't know the title of it or even what publication made it. It was a fascinating read.
I do agree with 12 hours of sleep, though. I'm that way.
How much is she getting paid for that job?
Too much.
Yeah. Texas, all right, Mike, spill the beans. Why is Obina Akizi not able to bowl? He's in slides in the group picture. What injury is going on? Again, I mean, I don't know if he didn't bowl or not, but I've been told that it's an eligibility issue as far as paperwork coming across. Sometimes it takes longer for kids that have international backgrounds than others. I'm told there's no issue whatsoever, but that's what I've been told.
It's like an overseas issue.
Did you see the bowling highlights, guys? They bowled last night. The gelling is happening.
Oh, yeah.
I missed the highlights. I did see the Carter Knox knocking down threes.
Carter Knox, clearly he's going to shoot 95% from three this year.
Can't wait.
He made like 13 threes in a row in that video. Incredible.
How long do they shoot those to where they wait until the guy makes enough in a row that they can post it?
I don't know, but I would start feeling a lot of pressure. Like if I knew they were trying to video me for a quick highlight video on socials and I was just bricking shot for shot, I would get so I
would too.
I'd be more nervous doing that than like playing in an actual game where I'm like, I know you need my clip. I'm sorry that I'm inconveniencing you. You've been filming me for 45 minutes and I haven't given you one like 45-second great snippet to use. Like the guy's holding the camera. He's like, I just want to go home, man. Can you make 7 threes in a row, please? Like, I'm trying. But the winning bowling team, it was Will Hankey and I think the walk-ons and the student managers won.
Wow.
The small white kids won the bowling game.
You know, that makes sense.
I guess.
It's in the genes.
They dominated. I could not love my guy Bo Zhang anymore, though. Like, watching him bowl, he's my guy. Love that guy.
Not to switch gears. A friend just texted me that yes, sharks have been on this earth longer than trees.
I did search it up, too.
That was the fact that the guy texted that.
Well, no, but
we didn't know confirmation for your friend?
Yeah, he sent me, roughly, the sharks were here 450 million years ago. The first tree was 385 million years ago.
Yeah, they're like 70 million years older.
That's what the texter said.
We didn't put
Texture
he just said it was older. He didn't say he'd give me proof.
Texture says things that Trevor can't do.
Good Lord, how much time we got?
Know when to go to break. Know how to upload the show to Spotify. 7 days and counting, by the way.
First of all, I gave you Spotify, not to interrupt. I gave you Spotify update and know when to go to break. You can suck that.
Know literally anything about current U of L rosters.
Not yet.
Retroactively recognize 23 and 17 probably shouldn't be bragged about. Listen to literally anything Mike says. Not completely derail the show every 83 seconds. It's unbelievable that we've come to this point, but I'll renounce any Mr. Bullety slander if he returns. Ooh.
Who's 2317?
That was when you were talking about dating a 17-year-old.
Oh, yeah.
That's
right. Yeah. I didn't get that. I thought he was like doing like a 6-7 reference.
Do you have any reaction to this?
Yeah, just sorry, dude. Wish you were me.
Texture saying, I thought it was going to be just suck it.
You wish you were
elaborate a little more.
When I was 23. Yeah, you wish you were me.
Texture says, where would be a good establishment to catch the U.S. men's national team match Friday night? I'd like to avoid the Highlands after seeing the videos from last week.
Dos Ritas.
I think
they're closed at 9.
So we used to always we went to Saints.
Yeah.
But you've got to reserve a table like days and days and days in advance. I remember we reserved one. Was it it was the 20, we just moved into our house, 2014 Olympics.
Is it still called Saints,
Olympics,
by the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
2014 World Cup, we were playing Belgium in the knockout stages, and we reserved a table like right at the front of the outside bar several days in advance. And I just remember, I think we got down 2-0. We scored late, and we were pressing an extra time. And there was one point where, like, I'm in front of these lines and lines of people, and, like, I stand up on this chance, and I hear, like, 7 people at the same time, like, sit the baby down! Like, and I was like, because you can't control yourself.
Warn me, I'll pod you down on that one.
Sorry, I backed away. I thought I backed away far enough.
That scared me, actually.
Sit the bleep down! But I was like, oh my God. I felt so bad. But I was going to the big bars in St. Matthews during the World Cup. Like, there are very few game watch experiences that are better than American World Cup experiences.
It is fun.
Like, we went to Old Molly's, remember the upper level when we were playing Ghana in the knockout stage. I think that was 2008. It's a lot of fun. Like you said, 2022 I've got no memories because it didn't feel like the World Cup. It was in the middle of football season. Yeah. It's busy time. Like I think college basketball had just started as well.
We were on the air and we didn't even talk about it.
Barely. I mean, it
was never came up.
Like I don't. We went to the knockout stage. I barely even remember that. I remember that World Cup less than any of the ones that have happened since like '98. So I'm excited to get back into the flow of things. I'm excited. Friday night's a great time for the first match. Let's.
Did you say knockout? I thought USA didn't even make the 2022.
We made the round of 16.
I thought we didn't even qualify.
We got out of the group stage.
I didn't even remember.
I believe.
That. I thought 2023 we weren't even in Qatar. I thought we didn't qualify.
No, we didn't qualify the 4 years before.
98?
2018.
Or 2018. Okay, I was thinking. Okay, I got to make sense.
Yeah,
I thought we weren't even in 2022 for some reason.
No, we.
You're up. You probably right more than I am.
Yeah, we qualified. We finished behind England in our group. And then who did we get beat by? The Netherlands kind of kicked our ass.
Yeah, that whole World Cup was black.
It was not competitive. I remember that. But yeah, I mean that game was played December 3rd. Like
so weird.
We got other stuff going on December 3rd around here. It's just it's tough. I remember watching. I remember how it got out of hand very quickly. Like the enthusiasm was gone very quickly. But like I wasn't as into it as I am with summer.
I mean that's the beauty of the World Cup is every 4 years it gives us not us who aren't even big baseball guys though you are that we don't the sport doesn't exist on this show anymore.
Never going to talk about baseball.
Something it gives us an alternative in the summer that we only get one every 4 years.
Right, it's like the Olympics.
Yeah, exactly, but better.
I think so too.
So when they take it away in 22, when you try to compete, in America against football and basketball, please.
I've always said like the one, and I genuinely believe this. There are so few things that can unify the country anymore. I think the one big one that's still out there, the one big white whale, is if the men's U.S. national team would be able to win a World Cup, which I don't think is ever going to happen. But if it could, I mean, think about it. People got behind the men's hockey team, and then immediately it was like, oh, they're chugging beers with Cash Patel. This sucks. Like we hate them, or we love them even more now, and people are fighting about that. And it's also like it's a smaller thing. This is the one thing out there in sports that we haven't been able to do as a country. We've dominated women's soccer at a certain point. We've dominated the Summer Olympics and the Winter Olympics.
We won the Winter Olympics, yeah.
Yeah, we feel like we've got the best athletes overall in the world, but when it comes to the most popular sport in the world, we're a second-class citizen. If we could ever find a way to have a team that could win this whole thing, I feel like it could bring the country together in a way that probably nothing else could.
Could also get everybody to just accept soccer as well, because right now,
absolutely.
Like as Americans, when we're not the best, we're like, it's stupid. Who cares?
And the worst part about it is, I find myself going to that place whenever we get knocked out, where I'm like, who even cares about this? Yeah. What a dumb sport! After I've been like living and dying with every match for 3 weeks.
Is this the Netherlands? No.
Yeah. Go back to your commie sports. Let's go to break. When we come back, it's hour number 3. We'll kick it off with a little fun topics to get into, and then we'll make sure that all your texts are read here on this Wednesday edition of the Mike Rutherford Show, 1450-96.1 Big X Sports Radio.
About 1825, I left Tennessee barely half alive. And I never would have got through the Arkansas mud if I hadn't been riding on the Tennessee stud. I had some trouble with my sweetheart's paw. One of her brothers was a bad outlaw.
It's the final hour of the Wednesday edition of the Mike Rutherford Show. Trevor Kelsey's in the house. Intern Ian in the house as well. We've been talking, a hodgepodge of stuff. Just all over the place today. I've got a little bit of a quandary. I've got a question. It's something that I did last night that now I'm like, maybe somebody could take offense to this, and I want to get your all's thoughts on this. So I walk, and Trevor, this is going to be foreign territory to you. I walk my dog, Penny.
I thought you mean the offensive part or the walking part.
Well, both. I walk Penny, our dog, who just turned 10. Happy birthday to her.
Happy birthday, Penny.
She gets to walk every night because she's such a good dog. She never wants to poop in our yard. She always waits for the walk to poop, which is great. We don't have to do much yard pickup. Occasionally we don't have time or the weather's bad, and then she poops in the yard. But for the most part, she waits for the walk. We live very close to Zachary Taylor's boyhood home. Are you familiar with Zachary Taylor?
Graduate of Zachary Taylor Elementary, 12th president of the United States.
Yeah.
That guy?
Boom.
Okay.
I did remember that you have a weird knowledge of order of presidency.
I believe he only served like 6 months, didn't he?
He is the third shortest tenured president in American history.
Because that was the redigging him up was to see if he was actually poisoned or not. There was a question about that years ago.
You're exactly right. Yeah. Old rough and ready. So, dogs have this thing where they like to poop in the same places. They're creatures of habit, and I would say probably on like 45 to 50% of our walks, Penny takes a crap right in Old Rough and Ready's yard, which is it's a national historical landmark. They've got
it's not gated off.
It's gated off. The driveway is gated off. Okay. You can't go back into the house, but it's just a normal house. It's out there in the open. They've got like a sign in the front yard saying this was the boyhood home of Zachary Taylor. He got married there in the courtyard. All of this stuff. And Penny just loves crapping in Old Rough and Ready's yard. And so last night,
being a Rough and Ready, doesn't it?
Yeah, man, she's not a big fan of anybody who produced Confederate offspring.
All right, Millard Freemore, who took over for him, I believe.
Millard Freemore?
Is it Fillmore?
It's Fillmore.
Fillmore, yeah.
Fillmore, absolutely. So she got up right next to the sign last night, and she's taking a dump. And I took a picture of it, and I just put it on my Instagram story about Penny craps in Old Rough and Ready's yard probably 3 or 4 times a week. The girl hates the Whigs. She does not approve of the political party. And
nice pool, by the way.
Thank you. And I was like, could people get mad about this? I mean, it is a historical landmark. Every now and then I see people going in there and doing upkeep. They put out Christmas decorations and Halloween decorations. Clearly somebody's taking care of the house. But in this day and age where everybody gets angry about everything, could there be somebody who sees this and says, well, I don't approve of that. He is a historical Louisvillian. He is a historical figure in this country's history. I don't like we have dogs crapping in his yard. Did I do the right thing by publicizing this?
I'm okay with it. First of all, I mean, who are you going to offend? Somebody in the Whig Party that hasn't been around since the 1850s. Yeah. So I mean, I think you're good on that part.
They're small, but they're vocal.
There's still few.
You think there's a Whig still out there who's like, I believe we peaked as a society in 1832.
He's probably 78. But
he posters in his room.
Two, maybe 2.
I'm literally typing in, are there still Whigs?
Well, that's going to come up probably, but you're going to get
Whigs.
But it's all UK politics. Are there still Whigs and Tories in America? No.
How do we know that
you never know?
Hiding.
There's a one hiding.
There's got to be a few guys out there.
How can we not get a website for
30 years
or a Facebook page or something?
There has to be at least a dozen people who are like, antebellum politics were the best. We need to go back. We need to make something happen. Yeah, but Penny clearly, she's like, take a side on slavery, dude. Step up and do something. Make a play here.
Who did he beat in the presidential race? Maybe she was mad. Maybe she's a fan of that person.
I believe it was Cass.
Was that who it was?
I'm going to look it up now.
I'm on his wiki page, but I don't see who it says who he beats.
Look up the election of...
preceded by James Polk and followed by...
Zachary
the 12th president.
Taylor.
He was 12th president.
Election of 1848. I'm right about this, I'm going to be very impressed. Louis Cass.
Nice cool.
Wow.
Martin Van Buren also ran on the free soil ticket.
But was he president after Taylor? I can't.
He became president later. I believe 2 elections later, because after Zachary Taylor was after James K. Polk.
Yeah, which I did.
They Might Be Giants, great song. Mr. James K. Polk, our 11th president. Do you know that song?
Man, what other show can you get Mike Rutherford singing that and Wu-Tang Clan?
Neither one of those people are anything to mess with. I feel like that song would be right up your alley.
No, I'm not.
Young Hickory, Napoleon of the Stomp. They Might Be Giants. Great
Apparently,
band.
he also beat William Orlando Butler. Let's give that guy some credit.
Shout out to William Butler.
Yeah.
we love him. But yeah, his Millard Fillmore came afterwards.
Yeah.
Do you know who came after Millard Fillmore?
That would be, that'd be 13, 14.
I want to see you get this.
No, I can't. No, because I know Lincoln was 16. So that you're talking about the 14th president. That's it gets fuzzy in that area with me. Who is it? Who was it?
Now I'm blanking.
Oh, seriously?
I mean,
I can go on the computer and look it up, but I was trying to be honest.
Franklin Pierce.
Okay. Okay.
That Franklin Pierce is an easily forgettable president.
Lord, yes. I mean, he's like top 5 most forgettable presidents.
I would agree with that. But anyways, my dog likes to crap in Zachary Taylor's yard. And I felt a little bit weird about publicizing it last.
Somebody's going to be like, Franklin Pierce does not approve of this.
Maybe not. Maybe
no.
not. We have a couple other things to get to today. Tonight, Knicks versus Spurs.
Buchanan took over for Pierce. Okay.
What?
I was just clicking. That's who. Then after Pierce was Buchanan,
and then Lincoln,
and then Lincoln,
and then Van Buren.
Was it Ulysses? No.
Well, that was after.
That was a little while after.
Yeah.
Ulysses is like 18 minutes.
He was like during
Yeah.
He was the last general, I believe, that was president, right?
It was who was the president?
Because he's one of the last also until recently without political experience that won president.
Which was what Zachary Taylor was. Zachary Taylor was like, I don't want to be president. They were like, well, you're gonna be.
Yeah, because
the last general to become president was Dwight Eisenhower.
Oh, I didn't know general. Okay, from Kansas.
Let's. There's a statement out from Texas Tech AD Kirby Holcutt. You want to see this?
Let's hear it.
I don't know if it beats this presidential talk, but okay.
Let's hear it.
So he's saying Brennan Sorsby has not played a single down of football as a Red Raider. He'll miss the first 2 games according to the court's ruling. What happens to that will depend in no small part on how his recovery continues to progress. Stop.
Call it recovery.
Stop with this.
Just gambling recovery.
Stop.
Play it. I mean, it's still an addiction, but seriously,
yeah.
Texas Tech is not a party to Brendan's lawsuit. We did not file it. We did not fund it. A young man in treatment for a clinically diagnosed addiction exercised his legal right to seek a remedy in court, and a judge agreed with him.
And they just hired his lawyers.
Our role has been to support his recovery, not to engineer his eligibility. Do you think Kirby Holcutt cares more about Brendan Sorsby playing football for Texas Tech or becoming a non-gambler?
Yeah, that dude.
Playing football.
I mean, how dumb does he think we are?
I've heard the word integrity used a great deal in the last 48 hours. As someone who has dedicated his career to college sports, I, too, believe integrity is central to our industry's success. I also think integrity applies on more than one front. The integrity of sport matters. So does the integrity of how we treat a 22-year-old who sought help, entered residential treatment, and is working every day toward recovery. Those 2 things do not have to be in conflict. I have 2 sons, including one who recently graduated from Texas Tech and played football. Throughout this process, I kept asking myself, how would I approach this situation if this were my own son? I mean,
really is he doing this holding a shovel while he's digging his hole more and more?
We spent Monday after the judge's ruling getting these systems stood up for him, not thinking about X's and O's. Pulling him out of a structured environment away from his team and his support system does not protect anyone. It might be a cleaner headline, but it wouldn't be the right one, and it wouldn't be true to the institutional values that guide us every day. To my colleagues, I understand the frustration. The situation is hard, it's new, and there is no perfect answer. The system we're operating within is binary, but the situation is not. We are open to ongoing conversations about how to best handle these issues as an industry going forward. We will continue to be transparent in our decision-making, Most importantly, we will keep doing what we have always done, put our students first.
I mean, wouldn't you have
Not right.
Wouldn't you have been more respected, had more respect for him if he just put out a 3-word quote that just said, "Just suck it"?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm honestly, instead of giving me this 4-paragraph of BS.
It's like when a girl does you that paragraph breakup text.
I mean, I never got that. They just stopped calling.
I've
They
had
stopped it. They just give me the wrong address.
I've had it a few times.
Let's say for the sake of saying that that Brendan Sorsby is dealing with a true addiction, that the only route to get him healthier is to go through treatment, that he's working through, that all of these things are true.
Okay, I agree with that. That's fine.
It does not negate the fact that he knowingly broke some of the biggest rules that officiate college athletics.
The biggest,
Yes,
actually.
absolutely.
Like
in the world of sports, it's the biggest.
Like I have sympathy for him. I feel sorry for him. I hope that he gets better. But we have to have a world where there are repercussions for blatant rule breaking. If someone said that I'm addicted to stabbing, I've had a stabbing addiction for the past 3 years. I just feel like I just love sticking blades into people. I need help. I have to go through it. I've stabbed now 37 people.
This was an SBU episode, by the way.
I would say I hope you get the help that you need. I hope that you get fixed. You don't get to avoid jail time just because you're working through your issues. You're stabbing people. It's against the law to stab people. It is against the rules in college athletics to gamble on college athletics. It is a ban-worthy offense to gamble on your own team. Whether or not this is a valid addiction has no place in this specific argument. People aren't mad because the kid is dealing with an addiction. People are mad because the kid blatantly broke rules that have existed for 100 years and now is going to be allowed to play, only having to miss 2 games against teams that his team should blow out anyway.
Mike, I know we've talked about some of the remarks made by the judge and his reasoning, and I should air quote that for allowing this injunction. I noticed, like, going through, I was kind of like reading some different, click articles on it just to see if there was anything different in any of them. And one thing I did come across, I can't remember whose article it was now, that talked about some of the defenses of the lawyers of Sorsby, who were, I'm sure, hired by Texas Tech. And they were like, one of the things was that by not letting him play, you're causing, we talked about the damage, but not just his personal damage, but to his professional career upcoming. And I can't but think, the NFL's not going to touch this guy with a 10-foot pole, right? I mean, he's gambling on football. Like the NFL, I mean, this isn't like Alex Karras in the 80s or 70s.
I mean, I think they would if he was.
And there's no way.
Future Peyton Manning.
No, I don't even care if you're Peyton Manning. There's no way you can bet on football. You can. The NFL cannot. I mean, I know they can't. They can take that hit.
I mean, Lawrence Phillips got drafted in the top 15.
Yeah, but Lawrence Phillips wasn't gambling on sports. He just threw his girl down the flight of stairs,
beating up women.
And I'm not saying that's bad.
I'm saying there's nothing that would keep teams from drafting somebody with a rocket arm that could win them football games.
Has the NFL? I mean, in the last 40 years, I wonder, touched anyone that had gambling involved in NFL?
I'm sure they did. I'm sure it was just people we didn't know had gambling.
I mean, now in the 60s and 70s, it was almost common. I mean, like I said, I mentioned Alex Karras was the guy who was found guilty. I mean, Paul Hornung was another one that had supposed gambling ties that still played. But I mean,
I think he would get drafted.
I can't. One, I don't know why he drafted him because he sucks. I think. Two, I mean, I don't think you could touch him with. I wouldn't want to get anywhere near him. He's gambling on sports.
Did you see the other story today about? I mean, I feel like there've been several gambling stories that have come out. First of all, the guy I know a little bit about the Barstool people, but there's a guy, Big Ev. Maybe Ian knows. Who's been? I don't know. He did this behind the scenes where he had apparently, like, he just mysteriously disappeared. I don't know what shows he was on or what he did, but he just disappeared. And it came out that he had like $30,000 in gambling debt. Like, he had an addiction. I think his bosses paid it off. Maybe it was more than that. But he had been off, like out of Barstool for a month. And he just put a video back today saying, like, I've gotten the help that I need. I'm going back to work at Barstool, which is the company that their entire thing is gambling. It's like saying,
yeah,
I've graduated from Alcoholics Anonymous, and I'm going back to my work bartending at whatever the craziest bar in your city
now,
is.
to be fair, you're mocking the whole premise of
I
Cheers.
just got sober. I'm going to celebrate by going back to the bar.
Remember, that was the whole
You're not wrong, Travis.
The whole premise of Cheers was you just mocked it.
But there was another story today. Do you remember this was an early gambling becoming legalized college sports scandal? There was the Alabama baseball coach, like 3 years ago.
He was in line, right?
Right. He was apparently like gambling on games in the middle of his own team's games.
Yeah.
And he was like having to go to sports books and placing these bets, and then calling sports books and placing these bets. So he ended up getting fired. Brad Bohannon is his name, and someone tracked him down today. He's working as a pharmaceutical sales rep in Lexington now.
Nice.
And his LinkedIn is using his picture from the official Alabama roster photo from 3 years ago. Which is
probably a good picture, though.
It's a great picture. Yeah. I mean, I guess, you don't want to pay extra money for a headshot, but he is now in Lexington selling pharmaceutical sales stuff. Great progression. It does kind of make me feel a little bit bad for him, especially now that everybody's gambling, and it's probably
makes more money doing that to gamble than he did coaching baseball down there.
You might not be wrong with that. So don't bet on sports, kids, if you're at all like in risk of jeopardizing your jobs.
Yeah, any gambling in general too. I had a buddy in this year here in college. He had $12K in rain bet debt. He was on a rain bet so much that he actually had used up 3 credit cards. He had taken multiple loans from other of his friends to keep gambling, and he went $12K into debt somehow, and he had to sell off his truck. And this was like a nice 2018 Ford F-150 that he could have sold off for a lot more, but he was so desperate to get back even that he actually just sold the truck to get back even with his debt. And now he's doing good. He's back to working again. He actually made money off the rain bet somehow, some way.
No, don't say that.
I know. That doesn't give it a happy ending.
I know, it doesn't give it a happy ending.
He's fine now. He
won the money from it. He's fine.
He was hooked on crack, but then he started selling it, so he made money.
He was just 2 bets away.
He's literally but he's got an even newer truck now. It's like a 2025 F-150.
So he's doing great.
He's doing great now. He got the money.
He said for now.
He got the money back from working, and he made some more back from.
I feel like this guy's gonna lose it all.
He's gonna. He's probably gonna go back down all over again. Hopefully, he finds the help.
I wonder what vice he replaced gambling with.
A lot.
Yeah, I mean, people, they need that rush. Couple of new comments on the YouTube chat. Ross says, I donated to the Let's Dance Louisville last night. I'd like Mike to watch The Prestige. I've already seen The Prestige.
Yeah, and by these rules, what I would do is I would let you pick 3 numbers off the list, and you could pick between those 3 movies which one you'll watch.
Okay.
There's 26 movies on the list, by the way.
Pruchiki says there was something that kept teams from signing Kaepernick, but in all seriousness, the NFL can look past scumbag behavior. They can't look past the integrity of the sport being put into question.
See, I'm with that.
You think so?
Yes. I mean, the examples.
Maybe I'm too cynical, but I just feel like there's nothing.
I mean, I agree what you're saying, because scumbag behavior, which is pretty much, Lawrence Phillips, Roy Rice, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Here you go. Have a drink, yada, yada, yada. But, gambling, no.
Jalen Reagor?
No touching. I mean, the closest you can come now is what was the guys from the Lions who got suspended? He missed 6 games just for making non-NFL bets.
J-Mo.
In the facility.
Yep.
And it wasn't even NFL bets.
Yeah, he's betting on baseball.
Yeah. So I mean, that's how strict you are. I'm serious. I'm telling you, they're not going to touch this kid. Not close. He might be playing in the USFL or something, or NFL Europe if they reopen it. But that's as close as he's coming to pro football. I don't even know if USFL would touch him. I wouldn't.
We'll see. I mean,
the UFL might.
You know what I mean. With USFL, XFL, what the summer league.
That was 3 years ago.
I mean, if he goes up there and lights it up, which I don't think he will, I would be willing to bet that he would get drafted.
He goes to the
but maybe but I could definitely be wrong. Gameday Mens Health text line 502-414-1450 is the number. Texter says, intern Ian needs to learn not to talk over the host of the radio show that he is supporting. This was 10 minutes. I don't think you'd even talked at this point. This is 10 minutes into the show. Someone was just getting that take off very early. Next text, Boxcar Bob says, I feel like Ian heard all the intern Ian needs to tone down on the chiming in text and has decided to double down on it today. Mike, you may not even need to be here past the first 30 minutes. Just give them a topic and let Trevor and Ian go for the next 2 hours. What would be the best topic for Ian and Trevor to talk about?
Wrestling.
Oh, yeah,
I forgot you're big into wrestling.
He's a wrestling guy.
To be honest, I've talked probably 5 times less than I talked in last week.
I think so too. This was the first. People are texting in 2:40.
They gotta wait. They gotta wait.
Now that they were privileged to hang out with us yesterday during KRC for a good 30-40 minutes of that show while they were doing. I wasn't really contributing yesterday because he does a different remote with KSR people on there, And so me and Ian basically spent about 45 minutes debating what was better, Rocky 3 or Rocky 4.
Also great radio.
I love Rocky movies.
He's a Rocky 4 guy, which I respect, but I feel like I'm in minority here. I've always think Rocky 3 was better than Rocky 4.
No.
Maybe it's just I love Clubber Lang.
I think
Eye of
Rocky
the
3
Tiger.
sucks.
Mike, break
Rocky
this
3's good,
for
but
us.
it's not
I vote
think it
Rocky
sucks.
4.
I would say Rocky 4.
You hate me.
No, I prefer Rocky 4.
Sorry.
Ian, what are your thoughts on Gangrel?
Gangrel? The WWE wrestler Gangrel?
The wrestler.
Oh, my.
The Brood.
The Brood.
I did like the Brood because you did get Christian and Edge out of it.
Yeah.
So that's the best parts you can get out of it. But Gangrel, he didn't really mount up to nothing.
was a beast.
Much.
They
He
still
was-
wrestle
he
in
was
AEW.
good, but he doesn't go far.
He was a beast.
Now, I did hear about that. I did see that in AEW.
Yeah, they
That's
just
a little
beat
strange.
FTR in a really great match at the pay-per-view for the titles.
I do need to watch. I need to watch AEW.
How's my boy
It's
Orange
good enough.
Cassidy doing?
Doing good. He's with he's in kind of this weird group called the Conglomerate. I
Who
think they're
isn't
called.
in a group right now?
I know.
He doesn't need to be in a faction. He's too good.
factions right
AEW
now.
does wait. They're not as bad as like the late '90s gang wars of WWE, but they are a little too many factions, I believe.
Just cut back on it. They'll be fine.
You guys have anything else?
Do we have anything else?
Dynamite's tonight.
Ooh, I've got some bad
We gotta watch
news.
some Dynamite. What's going on?
I mean, news that pisses me off. College baseball has announced the 3 finalists for the Golden Spikes Award, which is essentially the college baseball Heisman Trophy. Tate Davis not a finalist.
Didn't he lead the country in home runs?
By a wide margin. I mean,
and RBIs.
he set
Yeah.
ACC records. He set, I mean,
Well, that aside, he led the country.
I think
He led the country in a lot of stuff.
believe he was top 10 all time in home runs in a single season, and everybody above him played way more games because they
Political.
played more games back in the day, and also because Louisville didn't qualify for the NCAA tournament. But Daniel Jackson from Georgia, Roque Cholowski from UCLA, and Landon Hairston from Arizona State are your 3 finalists.
Boo. This is all political.
Someone tells me he at least had to be the 4th or 5th.
I would hope so.
You would hope.
I don't know anything about those guys, and I think we got screwed.
Yeah, no, I'm like, Landon Hairston bleeping sucks. I know nothing about him besides he's supposed to be a top 10 draft.
You know what I know about him? He had less home runs and RBIs than our guy.
You're damn right.
So that's all I do need to know.
Outrageous! I haven't been outraged in a long time. This is a great off-season outrage. Ridiculous.
We should boycott this ceremony. Can we get this thing trending here?
I'm glad we didn't even make the college baseball tournament. I don't want to be a part of this sport anymore. Let's get out of here.
Let's go to cricket.
Let's form our own.
Screw baseball.
Yeah. By the way,
Lacrosse is on the rise.
there are people playing cricket. I've seen them now 3 different times driving down River Road, and I just want to go watch. Like they're in
I
the.
do see that.
I'm
They're in
curious
the
how you know
full-
they're playing cricket. Like I wouldn't even know if I could recognize a cricket game if I saw it.
It's pretty. They've got their pretty.
Is it? Would I recognize?
They're
it?
all wearing the outfits. They've got their cricket, gear. It's all set up with the cricket stuff, but they're always playing down there on River Road. And I want to just sit there and watch and see if these guys are any good.
Until you said River Road, I got confused. I was like, Zachary Taylor's Boyhood House Cricket Leagues. Like, where did you move to?
No, they're not playing cricket around Indian Hills.
Hey, where did you? I know we used to live and say, man, where do you live now? Like the 1890s? I mean, what?
I wish. Take me
Man,
back.
what a time. Give me tuberculosis.
Yeah. I would love to die the first. I'd be dead by
Trying to
now.
get that
Be
reference
great.
about that.
I've always wanted to see Waverly.
Be fantastic. Texter says, Danny, who you do the podcast with, I didn't know you all had a podcast. I know. It's been a long time. Texter says, do you know how much people who have won the donation total in previous years have raised? I think it's been around $18K. I know that one of the person who runs the competition now, she won in 2018, and I know she said she raised $18,000. I just went over 12K while we've been on the air. We've got Thursday, Friday, Saturday to get up to that. So my goal going into this was to try to get to 18 because I knew she threw that number out there. So we've done well. We're on track, but I'm also running out of. Like I said, I'm texting people that I haven't texted in like 5 years. So I'm getting low in the phone book now, where for people to help out. I'm running out of people, but I do have one kind of ace in my hole. Somebody who's like, I said ace in my hole. Terrible phrase. One last ace in the hole. A friend who's like,
I thought you were just saying you didn't like him, but you were still going to ask for money.
No,
That's
no,
what I
no.
thought you were insinuating.
It's someone who's like, if you need me, I'm there on Saturday to go deep into the pocketbook. I'm like,
deep in the pocketbook.
Let's make it happen.
Wow.
Let's go. Yeah, this person is done very well for himself. Let's take a break. When we come back, 5 o'clock hour is up. We'll run through the text line. We'll make some predictions for the night ahead, including NBA Finals Game 4. It's the Mike Rutherford Show, 1450 96.1 Big X Sports Radio.
I think it was. And from there, it didn't take him long. Got himself a guitar, used to play every night.
I've never heard this version of the song.
Now he's in a rock and roll
The actual
outfit, and
version?
everything's all right.
This is the off of Straight Shooter, their album.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was a different song. I don't know this song. This is a Trevor one.
This is Bad Company's Shooting Star. Here, let's see if you know. I'll take it.
I don't know the song. Nor do I care to. No.
Don't recognize? Okay.
No.
Now you might know the chorus. That's
No.
all. You know Bad Company, though.
No, not really.
Lead singer Paul Rogers, not to be confused with Louisville.
No.
Oh, good band. You should check them out.
Not going to.
I would.
Not going to happen. Not going to happen. What a great way to kick off.
I get the bad guys stick when you act like that. I mean, you see how he treats me, people? So mean to me.
I think most people are like, yeah, I'm not going to listen
Deserved.
to that either. 5 o'clock hour here, 1450, 96.1. It's the Mike Rutherford Show on Big X Sports Radio. Trevor Kelsey is here. Internian is here. We got about 20 minutes left to get to your thoughts on the radio, and then we're going to make some picks for the night ahead in sports, which includes NBA Finals Game 4, Spurs, Knicks, Madison Square Garden, Knicks fans beating people up after the game, win or lose.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be crazy. Drama you can't get anywhere else.
No president, though.
No president.
No.
But the Wu-Tang Clan, who probably should collectively be president, will be performing.
You think the no president might lower the chances of arrest or the lower chances of angry Knicks fans?
No, I think the loss was more.
Or would it hide?
Yeah, I think they just need to win for that for that to happen. I think even if they win, though, there's going to be like, I don't think it matters.
Maybe they'll have like a decrease of like 5% and go from 26 arrests to like 21, maybe.
Maybe.
With Trump gone.
Maybe. Now, Trevor, what was the old, what did you say? You think like 1 in 3 people have been arrested?
No, that's a fact.
Internet, have you ever been arrested?
Well, we already first.
I've not.
I only had a ticket and I cried when I got the ticket.
Was it speeding?
I tried that too.
I
It
didn't have
didn't
my
work.
license on me at the time. I got up with a warning actually, but I was like, oh my god, I don't have my license on me.
They didn't let you off for crying?
No, they let me off for crying.
Oh, so you got away with it?
I did get away with it. Yeah.
Oh, I should have cried.
You gotta do that more. It works.
Doesn't
and also
always
being
work.
a part of the high school football team too. That also worked.
See, I didn't. Yeah.
But also, I didn't even start, so I don't even know how they even like. Meh.
Approximately 30%
Did he
of
just
American
caught
adults
the
have been
corrupt-
arrested.
The corrupt police department of covering ups like Friday Night Lights over there.
That's what it seems like. That's what it sounds like to
Could
me.
be. You never know.
All right, let's get to the text line because we have a lot of texts to get
Central
to.
County, though.
Not a ton of time to make it happen. Little Dumper has texted in.
I gotta ask you one day how he got that name, by the way.
We had
Little
a whole
Dumper.
big dumper. Like there was.
Did you really?
Yeah, there was a big dumper run on names. Like there was Big Dumper, Bony Dumper, Little Dumper. There was like 5, and then I think we've had a dumper who asked to have his name changed to something else. But Little Dumper says, "I'm sickened that Trevor doesn't think Wu-Tang is old school and doesn't know that they are from New York."
Well, I mean, I don't think I
shame
did.
on you, Trevor.
Well, first of all, I don't think I did not refer to. I mean, I would accept him as old school. I don't think I said that. Not knowing from New York, I apologize. I just did not know that.
When we mentioned Wu-Tang, you said that what with the old school stuff.
Well,
You kind
yeah,
of insinuate saying they weren't old school.
But some of the people I referenced in that are even older than they are, like Fat Five Freddy and KRS-One and
people I've never heard in my entire life.
That's okay. They're just the pioneers of rap. And why would you care? They're not.
Exactly.
They're not auto tuning their
They ain't
voice.
Kanye West. They'll never be.
Yeah,
Kanye
they're not
West.
little something or other that does crap music. No,
But I separate the art from the artist.
Nothing good has happened since 1999.
except for Sum 41.
Texas Zendaya is a baddie. Drizzy Drake is still number 1 on the charts, and Matt Milosevic radio was the worst. Poor former WOKY. Is he still a WOKY weatherman? Catching a stray there.
Who's that? I didn't.
Matt Milosevic is a local weatherman. He's joking because we talked about Milan.
Zendaya is still bottom 10 in my eyes.
Yeah.
I don't care what people say. We can start this up again from week
Who?
1. Zendaya's bottom 10.
Zendora.
Is that Zendora? Oh, yeah,
that was
she's hot,
Trevor
man.
calls her Zendora.
Zendora.
Yeah.
Jeez.
She's got. I love the eyes. She's.
The eyes, really? The eyes, Chico, they never lie. That God, no.
Texture says, Riddler here. You mentioned yesterday that it was a family court judge that gave Sorsby his eligibility. Derwin Webb is a family court judge. I'm just saying. I think we talked about Derwin Webb being a family court judge. I did not think it was a family court judge that gave Sorsby his eligibility. But if it is, hell yeah. Get Derwin Webb on everything.
Speaking of which, thank you, Facebook. Happy birthday, Derwin Webb.
Oh! Whoa, look at that.
Today is
the
his
world
birthday.
coming together, the stars aligning yet again on the show.
It's also Moby Okoye's birthday, in case you're wondering.
Happy birthday, Moby.
Yeah, I think he just turned
17
22.
years old now.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Incredible. Still a teenager.
The gift of you teabagging the UMass Miami players, still a picture we all love today.
Oh, it was wonderful.
So great, yeah.
Riddler Part 2, I'm considering using my Riddler bullying powers on TK to get him out of this nonsense obsession with the 80s. The music on the show is garbage. Dude needs to learn that we're in a new millennia. It's 2026. It was 40 years ago, dude. Let it go.
Okay, first of all, you're garbage.
I get this complaint a lot over the past 10 days.
Second of all, can you name how many 80s songs I played today?
3.
Ian, you want to take a guess?
Buddy, I don't even know if half the songs are from the 80s or not. Or the 60s.
At least you admit it. And you're way off. I played 1. And I only did it as the outro of segment 1 where you don't even listen.
Are you bragging because you played songs from the 70s that are even older?
No, I'm not bragging. I'm just telling the Riddler to, if you're going to Riddler, get your facts right.
Play some easy. Yeah, I think people will like that.
Okay? And don't come with some stereotype judgment on me.
Start playing rap.
Know your facts before you look like a, you know what.
Chris the Plumber has texted in.
Yeah, this guy knows facts.
Chris the Plumber says, let me come in next Friday and do the show with Trevor. Me and Trevor will be radio gold. What is it that I need to do to host the show? You always blow me off, Mike. We could be fire and ice, buddy. Mixing a little Trevor, radio, MF, and gold, bro. If Chris the Plumber wins the silent auction, he could host the show.
I hear Fire Ice, and I think of that SNL skit with Silent Ronnie.
Put 500 on that bid.
I would just love. I would enjoy Chris the Plumber being in here and being like,
"That'd be amazing."
I think Joe Biden's an alien. And how do you respond to that? And I'd be like, I disagree.
Do you think? Yeah, you think he would curse me out by the end of the show?
Probably.
I mean, I'm not like a big time liberal, but I guess I lean that way.
Not even by the end of the show. I give it like 2 minutes.
Some people like those kind of shows. Like, there's a reason why they exist, I guess.
Yeah, CNN.
They love screaming at people. Texas, are the UK fans concerned about Pope's new beard causing friction with the new recruits? Pope has a beard? Can he grow a beard?
What's he doing with the recruits that the beard would cause friction?
It's like one of those beards
Mustache
a teenager
rides?
tries growing when he's like 16. This looks terrible. It's scuffed.
It does. Yeah, it does
He
have a
strikes
Bud
me
Bunny
as a
look.
scraggly beard guy.
It looks like if a 16-year-old trying to grow in a beard.
Oh, it looks terrible.
It's got a Joe Dirt look going to it.
He was
yeah.
already terrifying, but he made himself look even worse. He made himself look like terrifying and a bum.
This is a midlife crisis.
When you realize you better get kicked out by.
I think he knows he's gone. Like this is I've lost all. I'm trying to do whatever I can to be different.
And I can't do a different haircut because I have no hair, so I have to grow a beard.
I can't save UK.
It shapes the
lost all
face.
hope.
What if the beard become? What if he like starts? He's got like a Gandalf beard by the end of the season. Just doesn't shave. It's a bad beard. You
Mark
can't.
Pope the Wise.
It's in this raw form though. Give it time to maybe fill out, I guess.
I'll give him but he's got the. This happens. It's happening to me now. You can tell he's got the gray underneath the chin. So when it's as short as his beard is, it looks like he's got like no. It's like patchy on it around his mouth. Like he's got like brown hair in one part, and then it looks like it's just totally blank right now because it's too small.
Listen, for someone whose beard is gray, it kind of that's why I don't even want to grow a beard because if I do it, you can't even see it because it's all gray.
Yeah, that's why
it's almost
he looks terrible.
Time. He does, yeah.
Texture says, set this reminder on my phone from the October 22nd show. I've got no further context. I said, all for one talk reminder. Don't know anything about this group, but on October 22nd, you said, let's circle back in about 8 months, and I'd love nothing more than to learn about them on my drive to the beach tomorrow.
What, All for One, the band? She's got skills?
No, I mean, I know All for One.
Yeah, I mean, I would think that's a great 90s band right there. Not 80s, though.
Yeah, I mean, I know All for One.
That was during the early 90s when, if you weren't like a quartet of dudes singing songs, then you weren't cool.
Every now and then I do think about, because I know I've done this on the show a few times where I've said, I'm going to forget this. Someone set a reminder on like July 7th. This is when we're going to talk about this thing and we'll reflect on this. And I always wait for these to come up, but I have no idea what this is in reference to.
Well, the best part was if it was an All for One topic. Because I remember when I played that song in our early days, we joked and laughed because I'd played the Skill song, and I don't think you'd remembered it, it was like a B-side.
I mean, I think the only song that I know is I Swear.
And what was
John
the
Michael Montgomery cover.
And what was the other soft song they had? The Eagles remake.
I can love you like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, I had the CD because my freshman year, the girl I go out, she loved that CD, and she'd play it all the time. So I got Skills was one of my favorite like guilty songs because it's so bad it's made me laugh. That's when I play. I think that's what led to it, but I'm curious.
Well, this was in October, so you weren't on the show.
Oh, maybe October of what year?
He said last October. Because my quote was, I'll talk about this in 8 months. And his whole thing is it's been 8 months.
Pay attention, Trevor.
Yeah. Trevor doesn't listen. It's okay.
What'd you say?
My mom.
Texture says, I don't know if I can read that. Just don't want to cheer against Stein, but my hand's being forced. One of the dumbest sentences I've ever read, and I'm not trying to rival. Had Jeff said he, quote, didn't want to go pro, but he'd be a Cardinal, I'd roll my eyes and assume the worst about our team, that he was trying to get ahead of the fan curve. Just a serious ick from Will there. Big-time Satterfieldism there. So for people who don't know, Will Stein said, he told somebody today, he said he grew up not dreaming of playing in the NFL. He grew up dreaming about playing for Kentucky. I don't hate the quote. I see where he's coming from. Like, as a kid, when I imagined myself playing basketball when I was growing up, I was playing for Louisville because I didn't watch the NBA. I was just straight Louisville Cardinal basketball fan. So I think that's kind of what Will was saying. Is he playing to his audience? Of course. But I don't think it's as bad as you're making it out to be. Am I wrong?
No.
Texture says, Ian said, quote, could you not delete the text? Laughing face emoji. There were times when you couldn't delete text back in the day.
That's not even that current.
I'm that young. I didn't know.
You're not that old.
He's 19, though. Like, 3 years is different. Like, 3 years for us is nothing, Trev. 3 years for him.
I'm just a baby.
Well, 3 years for you might be a lot.
That's definitely a long time. It's like an eternity.
Texas says, Mike, if a super league formed for college football, how big would it have to be for Louisville to make it?
20.
We wouldn't make a 20-team Super League.
20 either, yeah.
25,
Even if we'd been like the 20th best team. History matters in this. I think it would need to be like 40 teams.
I got 30.
I mean, I'm not saying that we're not one of the 30 best programs in college football right now. I'm just saying the old money in the sport. Like teams that have had no success in the last 15 years still get more credit than we do because of what they did in 1975.
Like Arkansas.
Right.
Or just even some teams like South Carolina has so much money behind it.
Conference affiliation matters in terms of prestige.
I agree with Mike. I'm saying between 40 and 50.
Yeah.
Too, yeah.
I hate to say it, but
I don't know.
If they were taking the 30 best active programs in college football, I think we would absolutely qualify, but I don't think that would be the criteria.
Yeah, you're right. It would be that. It would be all history.
Texture says, cheesiest 90s movie, Con Air, hilarious. Snakes in a Plane was great, too. Was that 90s?
That was not.
I think that was 2000s.
That was 90s, yeah.
Says Anaconda was amazing.
No, that was 90s.
Unaware cheesy movies, anything Steven Seagal. There's like an Anaconda remake that I keep seeing.
The one
with Jack Black and Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
They just make it a comedy.
I loved it.
Did you like it?
It was funny.
I keep seeing it pop up, but I haven't watched it.
They made it a comedy, but I think it was perfect. I think it fit well. It was a funny movie.
I saw Anaconda multiple times in theaters. That was the summer I did my summer of movie hopping. And that was one of the movies that I would just randomly walk into to kill time between what movie I wanted to see. Also, Kazam was on that list.
There you go.
The Anaconda movie's a fun watch. It's a fun little comedy.
The original ones.
Texas. Okay, we got to move on. Texas. In high school, I went to a journalism camp at WKU over the summer. I was one of 2 guys, and there were 10 girls. The other guy had been flirting with one of the girls a lot. One night, we were playing hide and seek, and they disappeared for a while.
Sweet.
My dumbass thought it would be funny to text him, so is she blowing you or nah? Well, I accidentally mixed up his contact with the head of the camp, who is also a WKU employee. The next day, he asked me about the text, and I was stunned. We had a laugh, and it was fine, but I felt like a dummy. A couple years later, I went to WKU, but for another major. Got to catch up with them over the years, and that story lives on in WKU journalism lore. I've had a few friends that heard the story years ago, and later on they found out it was me. Not the best thing to be remembered for, but at least I'm not boring. That's actually a very
I know
story.
I'm probably alone in this, but he didn't give us an answer of yes or no.
He didn't. We texted the wrong person. He never got the question.
Well, yeah, I'm sure he ran to the person the next day. I mean, I'm just curious.
Texter says, this is the guy who texted in the round robin Ohio Valley tournament idea earlier. Said, in my schedule text, I just meant everyone would play everyone else once per year. Oh, okay, I got you. 2 of the teams you'd play at home and the other 2 on the road, so 4 games total. I won't be able to hear your response to this because I'm now cutting my ears off after Trevor said rocked her world. That's a great text. I'd be more on board with that for sure.
I got an ear in the mail. I'm going to be really upset.
Ohio guy says, obviously Ian isn't old enough to know about Baywatch, but is Trevor excited that Fox is rebooting it?
No. Baywatch's
I know a little about Baywatch.
Livy Dunn's on it.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Baywatch's whole purpose of watching is is moot now thanks to the internet. There's no reason to watch it.
I only know Baywatch because of Pamela Anderson.
Yeah. Nicole Eggert was
my
on
dad
there.
had my dad had a calendar of Pamela Anderson down the basement.
She was a
that I used to
huge
always
deal.
see.
She was like the it girl for a year in the 90s. For sure.
I believe that because I was.
You're more Carmen Electra.
I love looking at I love looking at that calendar.
I'm more Nicole Eggert, which if you see her now, I actually have a shot probably.
Says, hey guys, it's Tuba CCBM. First things first, welcome back, Trevor. I hadn't texted in since your return. Good to hear your voice again, but can you please spell out NIL? Also, I have a source within Cincinnati football that informed me that everyone knew Sorsby was a degenerate who bet on anything and everything that could be bet on, but they didn't know he was betting on college football games. Allegedly, he's so bad with money that he would wear clothes once, throw them away, and just order new clothes on Uber Eats. That's not bad with money. That's just pure laziness.
That's ain't the same thing. A little bit of both, maybe. But yeah. Is it so bad I say nil and not NIL?
I don't think it's fine.
No. Okay, thank you.
Texas not knowing Wu-Tang is from New York is crazy. Fun fact, they speak a form of Portuguese in Brazil. Europeans reacting to American greatness are some of the best videos on YouTube. I feel like that Brazilian fact is pretty well known.
I like it. Well, it makes me look better.
Also says, running an ad about John Card's 15 smelling like sewage. We haven't had a good John Card's 15 shot on the show in a while. We're bringing it back. Apparently.
I don't know who that is.
Everyone just starts sending in a bunch of stuff about John Card's 15 smelling bad. And then the guy himself was like, I don't smell bad. I'm John Card's 15 here. It's clearly an inside joke that I'm not privy to, but I love it. Okay. Tampa Card has texted in, says it's probably already been asked, but whose bullpen is worse this season? The Reds or U of L men's baseball? Hashtag we don't talk about baseball.
I was going to ask about the Blue Jays in that comparison.
The Reds are winning right now. I've got no faith that lead's going to hold because we're only in the 5th inning.
We're going to be in the air during the World Cup tomorrow, aren't we?
I don't know what time is the first game.
I think it's at 3.
Is it?
Yeah, we're gonna. I got to figure. I guess get it.
Yeah, Mexico, South Africa at 3. Yeah. And then
we need a sound
South
drop
Korea, Czechia at 10.
Do we know what we're gonna do for a sound drop for goals?
I don't know. Yeah, we'll be on. We'll be on. Well, I guess next week you guys will be on Monday. You've got games at noon, 3, 6, and 9. All right. The first few days, we're the 4th game to play in this event, Friday night. So you just have 2 games on. I think Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday. You've got 3. Sunday, you've got 3, and then they really pick it up.
It is good that we're like Friday at 9, right? I mean,
I love it.
Yeah, not getting like Thursday at 2:30 or something.
Clearly that's by design. We're hosting, so we should get proper prime.
And 9 o'clock's not too late. I have to be up at.
I think it's perfect.
I got to be up at 9:00 a.m. on Saturday, so like it's not too late for me.
Texas, I may need to change my tune on the Riddler, or at least his claim on the shoe company. Nike is currently dead to me. Last week I was wanting to choose my USMNT, and I went with a Balo jersey. Since they had it in stock and didn't for Pepe. You made a mistake there, I'm saying. But they have now delayed my shipment 3 times, and it may not be here in time for the World Cup. If they don't get it to me by Friday, I'll be furious. At this point, I am 3 stripes for life. I think it was 2014, I bought a U.S. men's soccer polo. It was the same one that the coaches wore. And I've worn it for every World Cup, I think, since. It is so small on me now. I've gained way too much weight to wear it this year. So I've got no soccer gear to wear. I have a Louisville soccer polo that also is now way too small for me. So I'm just going to have to wear like red, white, and blue stuff.
I can relate to that texter. When Freddie Mitchell made the catch against the Packers, there was like this shirt they put on their website, like thanking his hands. And I ordered it that night, and it showed up like 2 weeks later, and like so we lost to Carolina. And eliminates like by the time that shirt got in the mail, I was like, why? I don't even want it now. I've never wore it, never opened it. I don't even know what happened to it. I think I lost it.
Text said it would be good for the intern soul to listen to the shows from last week. And then 2 hours later, texted in and said, please unplug the intern's mic.
Don't listen to him, man.
Don't listen to him.
I'm not going to listen to that.
Haters going to hate.
Yeah. Hate us because they hate us,
Texter says, Trevor, quote, 98? When you were asked the most recent World Cup. You did.
Oh, did I say that?
You said 98. I was like, no, 2022. He says, so glad you're back, big guy. Like your whole world just ended in 1998, so you immediately feel your mind grows to when anybody says something happened like 3 years ago. You're like 97.
That was the peak, man.
Yeah.
No, not just Steven.
You were the one thing affected by Y2K. Everything just shut off.
I was in Chicago during the '94 World Cup.
Cool.
I didn't know. I cared so little about soccer. I didn't even realize that was going on while we were there.
Texted, I've been in Mexico for a week. Welcome back, Trevor, and nice Billy Strings pick.
Thank you. At least somebody appreciates the Billy Strings.
I know everybody loves Billy Strings. I just don't. I've never listened to his music.
I like it. I mean, I don't play every song, but I get into it. I mean, it's just impressive to watch him play guitar. I mean, it's like watching, Gary Clark Jr. play guitar almost.
Or Jimi Hendrix.
Cool.
Texas, I always remember that Martin Van Buren is the 8th president because Kramer held up 8 fingers. Yep. It was the secret sign of the Van Buren boys. The best scene of that.
I should have remembered that. How did we let that slide, by the way?
The best scene of that show is that episode is when they ask George what the sign is. And he's like, and he just does this weird hand gesture. Yeah. They're like, that's not the sign. And he just goes, "Was what I was begging."
Because the mug is like Susan's parents or something. No,
that's what I was begging. Texas says he didn't get treatment because he realized he had a problem. He only seek treatment because he got caught. Obviously.
Well, that's how it always is.
Yeah.
Texas Dolphins guy here. Our fans want to add Sorsby if the supplemental draft happens, and I'm 100% for it. Losing for this long sucks, Trevor. If the Eagles were on the same dry spell that I'm on, you would say the same.
Okay, I will let you slide with that because your team just gave the worst contract in NFL history since you gave Tua money.
Well, they're the Dolphins.
They signed Malik Willis for like $40 million or something. Which
this
dude is just completely butt awful.
It's not the worst.
He is horrible. He is a backup quarterback at best.
He's not good.
And they gave him starter money.
That is pretty crazy.
And so, yes, if you want to get Sorsby in something, you maybe need him.
Texas, with your law school expertise, could another judge legally overrule what the Texas Tech I can't say those 2 words back to back. Judge ruled. The NCAA is going to appeal this. It could get overturned if it goes up into the higher courts in Texas, but
that could take past these seasons being over.
Take a while.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I think they're launching an emergency appeal where they're trying to expedite it. We'll see if that works. Texas, the NFL is partnered with gambling companies now. He'd get drafted off if he was good enough. Yeah.
No, bet on this. You can be partnered with all you want. If you bet on football, I do not think they're going to let him in.
Texture says, this little dumper, I am going to fight this intern for his Zendaya opinion. Catch me outside, intern.
All right, little
how
dumper.
do you
Catch me outside. Come on.
We'll
duke it out.
If that girl came in here right now, you would beg us to let you talk to her.
Absolutely not.
Oh, you're full.
Like, who's this ugly
You're
chick?
so
Who's
full.
this ugly chick in here?
What?
Who's this ugly chick here in the station?
No,
Like,
you
get
would.
her out.
You would be.
No,
like,
you would not.
Yes, I would.
Absolutely outrageous.
You're so full.
Can I
you
see
liar.
Tom Holland's short little butt come in?
Outrage. All right, we got to go quick on these last few texts. Texas, bleep everyone. I love Trevor. I'll have his babies. Actually, I take back that last part.
Please be from Zendora. Please be from Zendora.
It's Scoose Hater, actually.
Might still be Zendora.
Texter says, Riddler again. Cool, you stopped playing 80 songs after a week of heat.
Hey, cool. You have something not to be about.
Texas, since Chris the Plumber texted in, have you all seen Hunter Biden lately? The dude's on fire. It is the best run of tweeting I've seen in a long time.
Is he? I don't follow him on Twitter.
Is he high right now?
Very entertaining. I mean, he embraces all the jokes. He's very self-deprecating.
It's
very
I
funny.
can take that.
I loved his one where he was like, I get so sick of people photoshopping me in pictures with crack pipes. They don't have that little ball on the end of them. I don't know why everybody thinks they do. He's like, there's no ball at the end of a crack pipe. He's like, if you're going to take shots, at least get it right. Be accurate. I was like, that's great tweet.
Yeah, not to mention, I'm pretty sure there is a ball at the end of it.
I don't think that doesn't sound like it.
Hey, Hunter has the experience.
I would. Yeah, I was gonna say I trust Hunter.
Yeah, more to you, Trevor.
I don't know. You know how many times I've seen New Jack City?
Yeah, but that's TV.
Buddy.
Texas, once again, Trevor, inability to distinguish real life from television.
Hey,
bites him in the ass.
I know you can't talk because that's on the movie list, so you haven't even seen it.
Well, I'm not going to watch it.
Well,
Texas, I've enjoyed some of the music upon Trevor's return. Also, fun fact, remember how much Trevor loved our defensive coordinator, Brian Brown? I just realized he's now defensive coordinator at Ole Miss, and we go up against him in week 1.
Oh, revenge is a dish best served.
You were Brian Brown hater number 1.
Oh, and rightfully so. He sucked.
And last year he's good. Texter says, I will defend the 80s music all day. I bet Trevor never has to look for the clean version of anything 80s tracks he plays. Imagine that. Rigmas together forever, Trevor. Did you get that reference?
What did he say was that part?
Rigmas together forever, Trevor.
I'm drawing a blank. What am I
Saved by
doing?
the Bell reference.
Ah, okay.
The Rigma jackets.
I don't remember that. That one's skipping me.
The guy who sent in the story about the
Saved by the Bell.
blowy text says, no, it didn't happen.
I'm glad he at least replied. So the guy didn't even get. Oh man, that's.
All right, we gotta go quick. I took a hiatus from the show after Trevor left. I'm back and here to stake my claim to a text line name. I know Trevor's stepdad, so I'm going to let Trevor choose if my text line name should be Trevor's stepdad apprentice or Trevor or Thomas Speedy's intern.
I like the second one. Trevor Vows, you have to take
I know. There's like a handful of people that don't know why we're laughing, too.
Yeah.
I told some people that text, the original one, and he fell out of his chair laughing.
Last text is, I know you're not a UFC guy, but I'm absolutely pumped for the White House card this weekend. Leah Topuria is the main event, and he's a must-watch.
That's be a good match.
I have no reference.
Can we name the texter Speedy?
We got to go. We're up against it right now, guys. We got to pick real quickly. Spurs, Knicks tonight, game 4, 8:30 on ABC. Intern Ian, who wins?
Knicks.
Trev.
Spurs, even series.
Knicks. Wu-Tang Effect. Same rationale I had last time. The Trump messing up the entire flow of things. Spurs win that game. Wu-Tang's going to restore the order. Knicks win tonight. All right, we're out of here. I don't know what we have up next. Probably replay. Is that right?
Would be you.
We're back tomorrow at 2:30 and right now. Until then, go Cards.
Go Cards.
Don't you know that you are a shooting star? Don't you know? Don't you know?
Athletic programs, whether it's basketball or football, track and field or soccer, swimming or tennis, our Bulldogs are giving it their all on the field and court. So let's rally behind them, New Albany. Come out to the games, cheer them on.